okay. Well, no pressure or anything.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, don't. And then you did.
Oh, I couldn't hear you over my old music.
Yeah, because I
Uh,
can't get.
just do desktop share instead maybe or window share.
There we go. It was grabbing CCAN instead of KSP.
Ah, yeah. That'll do it.
I actually just want you to go off then. I don't need them.
Yeah, technically you don't need CCAN once you've
Once it's launched.
yeah.
All right. I will
Oh,
exit
that's
OBS and
why.
relaunch it just to make sure that everything is.
Okay.
Oh, it's so loud.
What's so loud, Kerbal?
No. A hold music.
Ah, did you forget to turn your volume down?
My headset. There we go. I've turned it down.
Rip.
All right. Reposition my rig. Here we are. There. Stream information. Learning how to space from Made.
Hello, that's me.
It is you. And we are playing Kerbal
Kerbal Space
One.
Program 1.
One, yes.
So
They'll never add one to it.
all of the people who get tired of people malding over KSP2 an early access game being laggy. Well, no, the big drama is that it isn't optimized yet. So it's a little
So it's
bit
got all.
it's slow as shit. But it's like it's an early access game. They've probably got tons of debug logging on and this that and everything else and it's like yeah, it's gonna have issues, you know. Um,
Oh, why are you not showing?
what's up?
I'm just making sure that it's actually streaming everything. Yeah, that looks good. I always like to open Twitch after to make sure that it's not.
Oh, while you have it open, can you check mine and see if it's working?
Yeah.
Haha, I got a viewer.
Oh no, I have ads.
Wait, what?
Oh, that is a good offer.
Oh, were you advertising?
No, I'm looking at your ad.
Oh, what am I advertising?
McDonald's.
What the fuck?
Do like me some early morning. I could order some. I could DoorDash myself some.
Oh my god.
Or not DoorDash, but like we should first of all switch channels.
Oh. Ugh. Oh, thank you for
And
non-conning me.
you're welcome. Welcome to the on air channel.
Hello. I love being on air.
All right. I should probably connect to our server, huh?
Yeah. Hold on, let me gonna open the cyber links. I'm just gonna open you in other screen just so I can see what the fuck you're doing.
Oh, I can stream to Discord.
Oh no, it's fine. This way I can see your chat and stuff as well.
Fair. Oh god, I have to redo all this.
You are
follows mouse.
oh yeah, because that has to be done in single player. You're also just streaming your
I know. I'm just on my
I see.
page right now.
Okay.
I didn't want to dox anything by accident.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
All right. Then boom.
Yeah, fuck. Got the fucking jar. I mean,
What? What about there's no jar? I don't know what you're talking about. All right. Oh, no, that. All right.
did you go out of your way to get it uh sitting perfectly on the toolbar there?
I
Or
really like that it's sitting there so well.
amazing.
All
Oh,
right. Grab my phone so I can open Twitch chat there as well.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'm not gonna do that ever.
I do it so that if something happens to scroll past, I don't miss it because it's up on my phone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Imagine having a chat moving fast enough to have to worry about that.
I didn't say moving fast enough.
Fair enough.
I said that if I happen to miss it, because I'll be doing something, and like when we were playing.
Oh no, it looks like I'm gonna have to. I just realized I need to turn the PowerPoint logo on.
Yeah, I'm also looking at that, and I am also a PowerPoint.
There we go, PowerPoint logo.
Alright, oh frick, I forgot to add the PowerPoint logo. Alright, bear with me 2 seconds, friends. I'm going to become nothing but a PowerPoint logo for a second here. Because I grabbed, like, a massive one.
Don't you already have the PowerPoint logo downloaded?
I do.
Oh, you just need to rescale it. Oh my god. I just saw your stream.
I wanted like a very nice looking PowerPoint logo,
yeah.
And I didn't realize. Oh, it's backwards because I'm backwards. That means I have to put it.
Is this? Are you making a political statement about my PowerPoint logo or something?
What? No, I just was like, oh, I should probably have one that's like really high pixel count, right?
Yeah.
So that when I make it small, it doesn't turn into just an orange blur.
Yeah.
And then I didn't realize. I only realized after I imported it the first time that
it's thick.
It was a thick boy.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, well, shit.
I mean, that's fine, you know? It's better to downscale than have to upscale, you know?
Yeah, Alright, I am here to learn how to space. I am a space cat now.
Are we ready?
I think so. As ready as we'll ever be.
Okay, cool. I guess actually, can you turn on your Discord stream? Because I realized in hindsight that... Yeah. And I'll just have that open.
Like, do I need any of these tabs that are
pop out
my CPU? No, not really.
That. Okay. All right. So tell me what you know about space.
Hot gas comes from using a basic. What's the term I'm looking for here?
Okay.
Basic solid fuel and engine, and essentially, I've watched someone's series where he goes over some stuff.
Okay.
But he does it in dum-dum terms, like hot gas.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, to start off, we need a rocket, and I think our first mission is just going to be to get to orbit. Okay.
All right. I have to put something down in order to move my camera.
Yeah. So go ahead and pick out a pod or something. I'm going to go with just the Mark 1 pod, just because it's a little boy. And then, you know, since the way Kerbal Space Program is laid out, at least KSP1, I think KSP2 changes this, which is kind of cool. Everything is centered around a root part, which is the first part you place effectively. Oh, what have I gotten? Hello, yummy _ Faye. That is a username that I approve of.
Yummiest of the Faye.
So, since this is our root part, everything else is built around this around this one part, effectively.
Yeah.
That doesn't.
Things to the bottom and top.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And then you can work your way down. It's always parts attached to other parts to make a tree, effectively. Okay. So that being said, the most important thing right now, is figuring out how we're gonna get back. Which I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, you know. Yes, so we need a parachute and we need a heat shield. So
that's why I would not think about that.
That's why I'm here. So if you go to the utility tab,
thermal, right?
Oh yeah, thermal you can do for heat shield. You want a 1.25 meter. Yep.
Hello, Baroness. Welcome. I'm learning how to do space. Oh, that.
Yep, and then
Can I
just slap
attach
it on
things
the
to the
bottom.
bottom of that?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I thought
that's
I would have had to.
nope. There you go. That's all you have to do. And then go to your utility tab, and you're going to be looking for a Mark 16 parachute. It looks like a little cone, motherfucker.
I'm gonna do that space. It's the space I'm gonna do.
Yep, there you go.
Learn how to space.
All right, so you've got
and
that.
We add a fuel tank.
No.
Oh, okay.
Because we want everything that this is going to be detaching from the rest of it. So if you go to your coupling tab, and then you're going to go and look for it's the TD-12 decoupler. They're all kind of in order. Down
so many.
Down lower.
They're alphabetical or
yeah. So if you go to the left, 12.
12.
So everything, all the numbers are usually based on part sizes.
Okay, I was wondering how we were going to attach something to the heat shield with it being rounded, but then this covers it.
So if you look in the bottom right hand corner, you see how there's those two little icons. Those are your stages. So it automatically sets that for you. You can always change it, of course, because sometimes it's wrong. But you can see that little like 1. If you hover over that, it'll highlight that decoupler, and that tells you what that stage is going to do.
Okay, it's going to decouple.
Yep, exactly. So now we want to get our upper stage. So the way TLDR, the two things you need to know about rockets is that engines that are good on the surface aren't good in space, and vice versa. And the other thing,
hot gas.
Yes, and also the actual physics of the nozzle get into that, which we'll get to later. But for now, you just need to know that you need a different engine for space than you do for getting to space, if that makes sense. The second thing you need to know is that rocket fuel is heavy, and bits of rocket are heavy. So the less we have to carry, the better. Which is why we like have decouplers and stages and stuff. So like the shit, the shit we don't need, we don't have to haul around.
No, you Baroness.
So for fuel, you're going to be looking for it's the FL-T section in the fuel tanks. I'm probably going to go with let's go with like a 400 or something, and just slap that bad boy on the bottom.
And then
yep, you have some clipping there. There you go.
Yeah, it didn't go onto the coupler, it went onto the...
Yeah. Okay.
We add an engine and then another coupler.
Yes. So let's look at the engines real quick, and I'm just going to give you a very, very quick rundown. Take in one of these engines that isn't a jet engine, like an actual rocket engine. They're kind of the ones near the bottom. And just right-click it. Up a little bit. One of the liquid ones. Not a solid booster. Yeah, like that guy. Right-click that guy. You see how you get all these stats and stuff? So, the things you need...
be able to move this.
Yeah. Well, the important stats are actually on the right.
Yeah.
So, alternator, it makes power. Cargo part, we don't give a shit about. So, the one where it says engine, those are our engine properties. So, you have your thrust at sea level, which is ASL, and your thrust in vacuum. So you can see it's a little better in vacuum than in atmosphere. Most engines are like that. But the important thing, see where it says engine ISP?
Yeah.
ISP is specific impulse. You can think of it like your MPGs, your fuel efficiency.
Okay. This is how long it can burn in seconds, right?
No. It's technically it's like how fast the like how much momentum the particles yeeting out of the back of the engine have.
Oh, okay.
But big number good is all you have to remember. Bigger number means it has more MPGs. So for this, you're looking for a liquid fueled engine because we have liquid fuel tank, and you're looking for one that's going to have Well, first of all, that fits, so it's the right size. It'll fit on the bottom. You're looking for one that has decent thrust, but also good ISP, because that's our good specific impulse, because that's what we're, going for.
This is a solid fuel tank?
This is liquid fuel.
Oh, okay. No, we're just skipping hot gas?
We'll get to hot gas.
God damn it.
Amazing.
How?
Get wrecked.
How?
Also, hello, Tower. I see your hydrate. I acknowledge your hydrate.
Shit, I have a hydrate.
Oh, he just came in and chose violence for both of us.
It would appear so. Alright, Tower, Baroness, you are now my guinea pigs. We're gonna set the chat audio to slightly quieter to balance everything.
There's one other thing I forgot to mention.
Oh, Tower's seeing things in the jar. I don't know what's going on with him.
One other thing I forgot to mention, by the way. Some of the engines, if you look at them, let me see where it has it. There might be a gimbal section, which is thrust vectoring, which is basically like
turning and stuff.
Yeah, you can change where the engine is pointing to like turn yourself, basically.
Okay. To do like flips and shit.
Yeah, that's good to have, but it's worth noting that it only works. It only works when the engine is going, obviously, which can be a little bit of a problem. In our case, our command pod has like reaction wheels inside of it, so it should be able to like turn and shit. But yeah, that's the thing.
Tower, there's nothing in the jar. I don't know what you're talking about.
Amazing.
You're going crazy. Alright, so I need one that'll fit. How big are you? Oh, you're very small. Oh.
If you one thing you can do,
Oh, there's big.
in the very top left, see that little like arrow to the right?
Mm-hmm.
Hit that.
Oh no.
And now go to the second one, the blue one. Hit that.
That one?
Yep. And then change it to size 1. It should say size 1, 1.25 meters.
Okay.
And then that's just all the parts that are that size. You do have to scroll through a lot of shit, but
okay, so like this guy is the size.
it'll have an alternate size that'll fit. So if you attach that on real quick. Yep, there you go. Yep, and now right click it. And then change that where it says variant. You can cycle through those, and there should be a small one. That being said, which one is that?
It's the Galleon.
Where the fuck is that? Might be a little. That might be a little spicy. That is incredibly spicy. That would be a lower stage engine. Look, like that's.
Oh, because he's a large boy.
Yeah, that's 1,300 kilonewtons of thrust in vacuum, which is
a lot.
Like, yeah, you're looking for more like for a ship this size, like 100.
A skiff, maybe?
Yeah, that would work.
Smaller.
Oh. A skiff would work. If that's what I'm thinking of, which it might not be. That's a little. That'll work actually. That's a perfect one. The skiff.
All right, and then I need to change it again because it's
Yeah, it's a large boy.
I don't like that. I don't like it when you click on things. It's like, oh, you're taking me. Okay, bye.
That is it's a little overpowered, but it will work.
All right, so I want the 1.25, not the compact.
Yeah, 1.25.
Okay.
I am going to throw on. I'm going to use a swivel for mine. Okay.
I cover it with another cup.
Yep, you put a coupler below it. What it's going to do is automatically going to like cover up that engine, so it's not like looking like garbage,
What one did we use this time?
TD12 for 1.12 because 125 meters. Yeah.
Oh my god, that was wait.
Right click that. You got the wrong shroud size.
What this 1 point? Oh, wait, what?
You want 1.25.
Did it? What?
Oh, pick a different engine.
Uh,
Maybe pick one that's normally 1.25. You know.
all right, weird. Goodbye. All right, back to engines we go.
Yep.
Sort by size, please. This is the these are the small ones. 11. Terrier doesn't have a lot of thrust, so I want something.
It doesn't, but you don't need a lot of thrust for this. You know.
Okay, 14 would be fine because you said like aim for 100.
Yeah, I mean 100's on the higher limit. The LV909 is like it'll work. It's a little underpowered, but it's super efficient. It doesn't take up much space. It's perfectly acceptable for this.
Okay. 6, 12.
Yep, there you go.
There we go. Much tidier. With
Okay.
no weird bulges coming out of the sides.
Ooh.
Can I make this thing fuck off?
Yeah, it's actually pretty important. It has stats. You can hit compact and it'll make it smaller at least. But some of those stats we do actually want, so.
Alright, well I'll put it, you know what, it can be normal sized and go down there. I just don't like it being.
Yeah, no, that's fair. You're gonna have to get used, especially with modded Kerbal Space Program, to just fucking windows everywhere. Yeah. It is. It's one of those things.
All right, I will try to get back into the EVE Online mindset of having 500 windows open.
Yeah, if you can see your rocket, you're doing it wrong.
Wonderful.
Okay, so up next.
Oh, hello, Lizzie. Welcome.
It is a Lizzie.
Hi.
So now we're just going to make a simple 2-stage rocket. So for your main stage, you have to make a decision, which is, do you want liquid fuel or solid fuel? So
let's learn about hot gas.
Okay. All right. So in your engine section,
Sort by name.
Yeah, it's not going to be under fuel tank because solid fuel is all under engines.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
Hold on. I need to tell Steam or Discord to fuck off.
Ooh.
How do I? Can I just move this? Oh, I can. Just move it over there. Oh, that's a little less annoying. Now I can see up here because I don't really need access to this like all the time, right?
No.
I need to be able to click on them.
No, you need access to them occasionally to launch and stuff, but
just when we're talking, I can't see any of the top left corner of my screen.
Fair enough. Yeah.
All right, so hot gas hangs out in engines.
Yes. So if you just type in solid, you should get all of them. So that's all of them there. And you're going to be looking for this, I would recommend finding the kickback solid booster.
Oh, it's mine. It's the solid booster that was made for me.
Oh, yeah, the little baby bitch one. Yeah.
The shrimp.
It is very small.
I do not have a...
yes, you...
hammer fleet. Oh, kickback.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hold down your middle click and move down to zoom in and out. It's a little bit unintuitive, but
I was gonna say that's not the best. Oh, how do I move my whole rocket now?
Click your root part and move it up. Yep, there you go.
Yeah, that's not my favorite shortcut, but it works.
Yeah.
Look at you, fucking A.
It's a thick boy.
Oh shit! Did I?
Hold on.
Oh, I did put. Okay.
Yeah. So the one thing to know with solid rocket motors is you can't turn them off.
Yeah, once the hot gas is ignited, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, are you connected to the?
It is. You're correct. So now you're gonna want to, the last thing we're definitely gonna need, if you go to your, yes, we want fins on the bottom. So if you go to your aerodynamics tab and find some fins that speak to you, I'm just gonna use the normal ones that are just called like tail fin, near the bottom.
Damn.
Yeah, that's the ones I'm gonna use. Those are wings. They don't have control surfaces on them, unfortunately.
Shame.
I
was gonna paint them like Starscream.
If you want to do something like that, actually, find the Fat 455 aeroplane tail fin. It's gonna be up in the F section. Or just type in fat, yeah. That guy.
Oh yeah, look at him.
So now what you're gonna want to do in the bottom left, see that little like circle all by its lonesome? Hit that 3 times. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And now you get 4 of them. Okay, actually delete those real quick because this is gonna give me psychic damage. So see the button next to it, next to that? Click that. Now it should snap to angles. There you go.
Oh, they're a little low.
Yep, you can just move them up.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. The only other thing I think we might need is power, but I don't think we have parachutes.
Do we?
Yeah, we have the parachute on the very top.
Oh, right. We did that first.
Yeah.
I forgot doing that.
I think the other thing we can do, nah, fuck it. We're not gonna need electricity. It'll be fine. Okay, so the big thing right now is check your staging. So if you look in that bottom right, it's always going to go from down to up. So if you just hover over it, just verify like, okay, the solid rocket's going to fire, it's going to disconnect, the liquid rocket's going to fire, that's going to disconnect, and then the parachute's going to fire. You know, I always just like, yeah, I always just like trace that out just to see like, okay, this is what's going on.
Click, whoosh, click, whomp.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
So now, it tis a long boy indeed.
So now, last but not least, give your rocket a name. Or you can continue the tradition of calling it Untitled Spacecraft. Okay.
Cat made one.
And go ahead and save that. Top right. Okay. And now, my question for you. Do you want to watch me do it, or do you want to YOLO this first?
I will YOLO it, and if it explodes, you can tell me what I did with it.
Okay. All right.
I trust you know how to do it.
Okay, so go ahead and hit... I'm going to actually switch over so I'm watching you on mine. Let me just...
Or Kerbal? Do I need to add a Kerbal?
A Kerbal comes in it already.
He's already in.
Yes, yeah, a Kerbal is pre-installed.
It's Jeb. Hey,
yeah,
Jeb.
it's Jeb.
I promise I will do my best not to kill you.
Okay. So go ahead and, okay, first of all, can you make your fins actually, like, line up? That's gonna give me psychic damage.
Don't they?
They're slightly off.
Oh, I thought I had them on the line
No,
there.
it probably
when I moved them up.
Yeah, it probably would be fine, but just for your first rocket, it's better just to have that lined up just to make sure it's not, you know, causing issues. Okay, so go ahead and hit the launch button. And it's on the right.
Underneath our faces.
Yeah. So what you need to know about going to space is that going up doesn't matter. It's going around that matters. So what you'll see rockets do in real life is they go up a bit to get out of dense atmosphere, and then they're gonna turn to the right or to the east to like start going sideways instead of up. Does that make sense?
Yes, I remember that from the video. You do it because gravity's a bitch.
Yes. That whole thing is called a gravity turn. So we're going to try that very roughly. So the first thing I want you to do is press the T button. What that's going to do, see how it lit up that little SAS thing?
My SAS is on.
Yes,
Ability assist atmosphere.
that's basically just like, it's basically keep pointing in the direction I left you at, essentially.
Okay.
So you know, if you let go of the controls, it'll keep trying to fly in the attitude that you gave it.
Okay.
So whenever you're ready, you're gonna hit spacebar. That's gonna light the candle, and you're gonna be heading up. I would say once you get around to like, let's say maybe 6,000 meters, let's say, you're gonna want to hit D to start like turning over to the side. Okay.
All right, here we fucking go. Good luck, Jeb.
Hold on, can I steal your?
I don't have to hold this because it's hot gas. Am I supposed to have no sound?
I was wondering. Oh wait, you turned your volume off when we were testing.
Right.
Hit escape and just go settings and turn it on. You've got time.
Yeah, forgot about that. There we go.
Okay. Yep. And it's about time to start your gravity turn. So go ahead and very gentle.
I hit D, but then it.
Yep. That's fine. If you hit F, it'll like temporarily turn off the SAS so you can change, and then you can put it back on.
Nope. Just going straight up.
Yep, that's fine. That's fine. Just keep heading that way. It's because you're dealing with air resistance.
Don't burst into flame, Jeff. Or Jeb. You got this.
You're fine. You're fine.
Nope.
Okay, go ahead and space. You just ran out of solid fuel, so you can lose that. And if you look actually up at the top, see where it says Apoapsis height? Top left. The little text in between. Yeah. So you're actually really high, so you're doing good. You're gonna make it to space. So go ahead and hit M to open up your map real quick.
Oh God.
So see how you're like way the fuck up there?
I'm gonna get up to like. Oh, I see. It's projecting where I'm gonna.
Yes. So click right at the very top there, and hit Add Maneuver. And now the green one without the X in it, hit that and drag it out.
Oh fuck.
There you go. Okay, let go.
Did I just add an orbit?
Yeah. Scroll out, and you can see what you did. Scroll, like zoom out.
Oh God.
So hit the other one to pull it back a little bit, and just get it to a circle. Yep, there you go. Okay. Yep. So now what you're... Yeah, that's fine, because you're reaching the top. So now what you're going to want to do... hit space one more time to turn on your engine, or to get it ready. Okay. So now see that blue thing on your nav ball?
Yes.
Go ahead and line your ship up with that, using your WASD, so you're going to hit D to pitch over some. There you go.
Oh.
You can hit T to turn off the SAS, and then turn it back on once you're lined up.
Alright.
Yep, there you go. Okay. So now, it says that we're going to hit that node.
Shit, wrong button.
It's okay, you're fine. So we're gonna hit that node in 1 minute and 38 seconds.
Yeah.
Our burn time is 1.5 minutes.
The audio is way higher than you. Ah, fuck me.
Oh.
Right, I've got 1.5 minutes to fuck with audio.
You don't actually, but just turn it down to like 5 and you'll probably be good.
Game, please. I cannot do odd numbers. Thank you. There we go.
Okay, so
I did my ducking. I swear.
So half of 1.5 minutes is 45 seconds. So when it says node at T minus 45 seconds, we're going to want to start our burn. So to start your burn, you can just hit Z to go to full power and X to go to 0 power.
Okay.
So you hit Z to go to full power, that meter's going to start going down. And when it gets to 0, hit X to like to stop the rocket.
0, well made, and are at. Fuck.
You just okay. Yep, there you go.
Okay,
So now if you hit M to go into your map real quick, you can see if you look that your orbit is starting to widen out if you zoom out and look at it. You can see very slowly it's starting to like stretch out to match the one we made.
Oh, this thing. This
Yeah.
line.
So the blue line is your actual real life what is physically
This is the
happening.
goal.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, and then
Yep, so we're just going to keep
let it keep burning
Yep.
until we hit.
until that meter goes to 0.
Oh, until here. Yeah, and then it should be.
It should be close to that.
Okay. Damn. Okay. We're gonna
So,
turn
yep, there
this
you go.
down a little more. What? But it's not matching.
Yep, it's going though. It's starting to line up.
Okay. Yeah, you said there you go. I was like, but it's not done.
Stop. Turn off your engine. See how your bar moved, your dot moved?
Oh shit, it did.
Yeah. You're fine, you're in space, but you might just need to trim that up a little bit. So use shift and control to adjust your throttle with fine movements.
Oh god. Right. Oh no, up is down and down is up.
Yeah.
There.
And honestly that's probably close enough for government work, so you're in orbit, so
Good enough for government work.
yeah, so go ahead and hit X to turn off your engine.
It is already at
Yep.
0.
Okay, and then you can hit
I mashed X when you went, and I was like, oh, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
So go ahead and just hit that X where it says 20 meters per second. Just turn that off. We got a decent orbit, so we're happy. And now if you scroll out, you can see that you are in orbit.
This is a stable. How do I know if it's stable or not?
So for Kerbin, both of the numbers both your apoapsis and your periapsis have to be above 70,000. For it to be stable. Otherwise you're suborbital and you'll be returning at some point.
I'll be fine then.
Yes. So your apoapsis is like the high point of your orbit, and your periapsis is the low point.
Okay, and here's our low. The periapsis here. This is where
Yep.
I'm at my lowest.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I'm at my highest.
So now that we're in orbit, you can enjoy yourself, do whatever you want to do. But eventually
I was told there's science to be done.
we're just in sandbox mode, so
Oh.
science is not on.
We were in campaign or progression or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So now what we can do, now that we've made it to space, we've succeeded in our objectives, we want to return back to Earth, or to Kerbin. So to do that,
I want to wait till I'm closer to that, right?
we can just return anywhere. We don't need to be.
They can just recover me in the ocean.
Yeah, exactly. We have that technology. So for this, I'm going to show you a little bit of automation. So in the top where it says MechJeb, go ahead and hit that. And hit
Mechanical.
mechanical jeb. Hit smartass.
Yes.
Yep, and then you can just close that window again.
Bye, Mech.
So now that thing that says smartass, go ahead and move that to where it's not in the way. So remember that maneuver node thing with like the different like colored little things that you pulled and stuff?
Yeah.
So those all represent like directions you're going effectively. So prograde is basically like pointing forward, like on this screen it's pointing to the right, and that's basically adding speed. Retrograde is going the other way, which is removing speed. So in our case, if we hit retrograde, you can just click that bad boy. It's gonna automatically like turn to point at that, just so we don't have to.
It flips the ship around so that we can
Yes.
burn a little bit of fuel and slow down.
Yeah. So now if you light the candle again, you'll start.
Lose speed.
Yep, you're losing speed. So if you scroll out, you can leave it running while we go. See how the other side is shrinking?
Yeah, it's gonna hit the planet.
Yep. So the key thing to remember with orbital mechanics is anything you do on your side of the orbit only affects the other side of the orbit.
Okay.
So you can never change the orbit on the side you're on. You always have to look at the other half, if that makes sense.
I'm out of fuel. Do I
Yep.
lose the?
Nope, you're fine. So go ahead and hit spacebar once to jettison.
I hit spacebar, but it didn't do anything.
Hit M to go back to your ship.
Ah.
Now try it.
I was trying to zoom in and it wasn't working. That's why.
Okay.
Because I was in map mode.
Yep, you're fine. So now what you're going to want to do, it's very important, don't hit spacebar again, because you only want to do your yeah, you don't want the parachute to pop out yet. So we have it pointing in retrograde, which is actually good in our case, because that's kind of that'll put it so that the heat shield is facing down, which is kind of where we want it to be.
Okay.
So if you go ahead, your time warp keys are going to be period to warp faster and comma to warp slower. So go ahead and hit period a couple times to speed up time. Just because otherwise we're going to be here for a hot minute. Are you?
I know what. No, I know what I'm doing.
Oh, amazing.
I totally wasn't hitting the period on my numpad.
Amazing. Yeah, so go ahead and, we're just going to speed through this. Yeah, and it babysits you.
It stops to...
Okay. So now we're below 70,000 meters, which means we are in atmosphere mode. You can't time warp in atmosphere. Well, you can, but don't worry about it.
But you shouldn't.
Technically, you can't time warp in atmosphere because, when you're time warping, you're on rails. Physics is not happening to you. That doesn't work when you're in an atmosphere because,
physics is happening.
Atmospheric drag exists and stuff. Yeah, so we're gonna have our little re-entry heat. It's gonna be a little spicy.
I landed into water.
Yeah, it's fine.
Jeb, I promise nothing.
So seeing the left, see how your parachute turned red?
To not use it.
Yes, that means if you use it right now, it's going to have a very bad day because it's obviously not a situation you want to use a parachute in.
Burst into flame.
Yeah, and then Jeb will have a bad day.
Big stretch. Oh, my back.
Amazing.
Yum, yum.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, wow. I have gotten super PowerPoint for re-entry.
Amazing.
I'm just headbanging now. I'm not even... I'm not moving, but apparently my rig is freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, I've noticed it does that whenever I play Trackmania. Okay, so neat. So your smartass, go ahead and turn that off because you actually don't need it anymore. And that'll just
God.
it just puts it in natural mode. We don't really care because we're actually
should I pull my chute?
I
don't have many meters left.
Technically, you can right now. But you've got time. You can pull it now if you want.
Yeah, I don't want launch of the Catmade 1 to result in Jeb's death. Jeb can die on the Catmade 3.
Yeah.
When we send him to the moon.
Amazing.
Okay, cool. And then.
Yep.
Now we will just gently fall unless I hit space and make the parachute fall off.
The parachute will stay on.
Aww.
You can if you right click it. There should be a cut parachute option though. If you
add one more decoupler.
Jesus. So remember how I said you can't do time warp in atmosphere? You can actually. It just physically it does physics still. Which is why you get this thing where it's like pee pee poo poo. We don't care because we just want to get to the ground faster.
We're just falling, yeah.
Yeah, and maybe turn it down before you hit the ground, And there you go.
Hi, Jeb. How you feeling? Welcome back.
Jeb has returned. So now to oh, yep.
Oh,
It's time for Kerbal Physics.
Is this how it feels to now fix your audio? God damn. All right, hold on. Let me get back to the ship. Oh, how do I get back in?
B.
There we go.
There you go. All right, so now, really quick, we'll just go ahead and end your flight. So hover over that altimeter at the top. To the left a little bit.
Oh.
Like push up.
What? Oh.
There you go. Yeah, do that and hit recover vessel.
Okay.
And that'll send the pickup truck out to pick up Jeb.
All right. And well, Maid does her launch. Everyone, make sure to go watch Maid fly a ship much better than I can. I will fuck with my audio. Welcome back, Jeb. Congratulations on a job well done. Wow, you have a lot of ribbons, my job.
Yeah, be like that. All right, so mine, I am going to. Oh, let me catch up with Zed real quick. Okay.
Move over here, and I can watch you launch from here, right? Yeah.
Altimeter. Hi, Tino. Altimeter is the heightometer. It shows you how high you are.
Why is my audio accurate? I wonder if my noise suppression is just too aggressive. Let's just go for a good old noise game.
All right, and whenever you're ready, Zed, I'm going to show you how. Now that you have done it manually, I'm going to show you how to do it automatically, because this might be a controversial opinion, but the computers are better at aiming than we are, and better at timing than we are. So why don't we use them?
Crazy.
That way we can have more fun doing the things that might be considered fun.
All right.
And depending on what flows your boat. So remember our friend MechJeb?
Yes.
There's a
button in the top corner.
Yes, there's a button that says Ascent Guidance. You hit that, you get this menu right here. Which I guess I should.
How do I?
Here, let me turn on a thing for you.
I was gonna say I cannot see what you were.
Yeah, let me turn you off real quick so I'm not double dipping.
Not my own stream.
Okay. All right. So Ascent Guidance, you get this guy, which is very spicy, but most of this we don't have to worry about.
Team, feel free to tell me if my audio is still fuckered or not. I appreciate it.
So the important thing is right here, orbit altitude. I have it set to 350. Let's make it like, I don't know, 200. That should probably be good for this rocket. And now I'm just going to say engage autopilot, and I'm going to hit spacebar.
And he just...
Yep, and he does, because we have it set so that he's automatically steering and everything.
Why can I not see your rocket?
Is it not streaming?
No, I mean in Kerbal. Aren't I supposed to see you take off?
You should be able to. Oh, wait, no, are you in the menu?
No, I'm sitting at the launch pad. Or in the outside.
Oh, yeah, that's not actually space. That's just, you need to be in a vehicle, effectively. Oh. Yeah, that's not actually space. That's, it's weird.
This is a menu?
Yeah, it's a menu.
But it's a menu with a UI, I see.
Yeah.
Alright, GUI. Alright. Thank you, Lizzie, for letting me know.
But, as you can see, I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm just sitting here with my thumb up my ass.
MechJeb's doing it because
he
can do math better than we can.
Yeah, he can do math and timing way better than we can.
So I just manually lowered the output for the game and for chat, so that tells me that I'm going to have to go make my ducking hella more aggressive than I did, which is scary.
Amazing. Oh my god, Tino over here being a fucking satellite simp.
Oh no, what's he satelliting?
Launch some low Earth orbit satellites, please.
Why don't we, you know, Tino, if Maid won't be your low orbit satellite, maybe I can be your low orbit satellite.
No,
Daddy.
no, don't, no. Stop stealing my gender. Fuck off.
I would appreciate you checking my settings there, darling. You are quite intelligent when it comes to the audio management, little miss. I did this in school.
Amazing.
Oh my god, now my space heater is triggering my ducking. God damn.
You're just having a bad day.
This is what happens when I got angry at OBS and did a fresh install, and now nothing works proper.
Yeah, this is why you never do fresh installs.
I was angry at it. Also, the new UI for it, very nice. A lot less boxy.
I don't know. I prefer vanilla OBS, not your horrible version.
What? I'm just using OBS 29.
No, you're not. You're using the Streamlabs one, aren't you?
No. Fuck the Streamlabs one.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Then I'm stupid.
Nash uses the Streamlabs one, I believe.
I can't remember who uses the fucking Streamlabs one.
I tried the Streamlabs one when I started, and I was like, I don't like this. It feels like I'm on a fucking iPhone. I can't do it.
Yeah. Alright, so...
And then you tell Jeb to turn around.
Actually,
Move your
would you like a mission?
Sure.
Oh no, I fucked up. You need to come rescue Jeb.
Ah, fuck me. Alright, I have to rescue Jeb with Jeb.
Yep.
So
Oh wait, no, I don't think I have Jeb. I have Jeb. I took Jeb after you. I stole Jeb.
I can't believe you stole my Jeb. Alright, Cat made one. We need to repurpose you so you can go pick up. Or no, wait. How many Kerbals can the command pod hold?
That can only hold one, so you're gonna need to make something bigger.
Okay, so can I just scrap the entire Cat made one? Or...
Yes. Let me turn
How?
this on. In the top left where it says new. Yeah, go ahead and hit that. Okay. And now for this. And now for this, you're probably gonna want the 1-3 command pod. It's that one.
The bigger one. That
Yeah.
Holds more Kerbals.
Yeah. So the top of this is 1.25, and the bottom is 2.5. So you're gonna have to get used to bigger parts.
Alright, I just click on it to move it up.
Yep.
Right, zoom. Oh, I'm as zoomed out as I'm gonna get. Okay. Parmashoot.
That's under utility.
Right. I want to
It's
see a couple of
it's
parachute
the
both.
it's down. It's the that one. Yep.
The thing that doesn't look like it means utility to my brain.
It looks like gears because they're utility items. Okay, and you're gonna want the 16XL.
Oh,
Yep.
I mean, did I turn this thing when I moved it? No, I didn't.
Yep, there you go.
Right.
And now, and what else do you need for this? Nope.
No?
What's gonna happen when you re-enter?
Oh, a heat shield.
Yep.
That's all under heating, thermal.
Yes, and you're gonna want the 2.5.
Yeah, it's bigger. Right.
Yep, there you go.
Hot air, not hot gas.
Yeah.
Para. Now we add the coupler, and we need the 2.5. You said?
Yes, those are engine plates, not couplers.
They are. You're right. Decoupler.
Yep.
25.
Yep.
Is that the one?
Yes. Yeah.
25 is.
Yeah. So 18 is 1.875 or 1.75, some shit like that. That's the size 1.5. You might see that somewhere, but okay.
Okay, now we need liquid engine.
Yes.
So we need a fuel
Well, you need
tank.
you need a fuel tank first. And if you go down to the very bottom, that's going to be where your 2.5s are.
The
Yeah.
Rockomax.
Yeah, Rockomax is kind of the when they first made the 2.5 meters, they called them all Rockomax because they were cringe.
Amazing.
So you're probably gonna.
I
Jesus. Also, hello, Baron. How are you? Baroness, sorry.
Somebody just hasn't gone and updated their name yet. Like a goofball.
So you're probably gonna want like the 16 or something like that. That's a
200 by 16.
yeah. So you can throw that bad boy on there, and then you're gonna want an engine for it. And remember, this is gonna be an upper stage engine, so you want something efficient.
That is.
That's a solid.
Yeah, but the efficiency I want. I'm looking at ISP, right?
Yes, you want high vacuum ISP, so probably something like, look around like 330 is probably good. And remember, it needs to be big, because this is a big rocket.
Reliant has 240.
That's going to be a small one, unfortunately.
Size. Kodiak is a 260. Cheetah.
So when are the satellites coming?
Bobcat?
See if it's the right size. It's a little too small.
That looks small.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I would probably recommend go down one and to the right one.
Oh.
That guy. The Wolfhound is yeah, that's the one I usually use. But, you know, if you prefer something else, it's kind of ugly, but it gets the job done, so.
How do why am I, like, focusing right here?
Scroll up normally. There you go.
Feels like the ship is...
That's good.
Probably because I moved it sideways at some point.
Yeah.
That would be why.
Okay.
Okay, so I put that on, then I put another coupler.
Yep.
Which was the 25.
Yep, there you go.
Then I add a hot gas.
Yes. Now, I don't believe they have a 2.5 meter hot gas, so you're going to have to do a liquid fueled first stage, but we can put boosters on the side of it, which actually be a good introduction to effectively hot staging. So go ahead and go to your fuel tanks and go and get...
Or small fuel tank for this.
Let's go ahead, look for, we're going to want a big one, because this is going to be a liquid fueled stage. So go ahead and grab, not that big. Actually, do you want to do that big? The left hand one? Left one more? Yep, grab that boy, put that on, and then put that right hand one below it.
That one?
Right one more. That one.
That one?
Yeah. We're gonna go up a size. Well, this is gonna be
okay.
this is gonna be kind of a chodish rocket, but that's fine.
And then we add our
We want
Jud.
yes. And for this, I think
it's adorable.
Amazing. In this, we are going to want another liquid-fueled engine. So this is, you're going to want a big, like, primary one. Probably the Mastodon is what I would recommend.
Oh, right, they've got designation.
Yeah, it's that guy.
Mastodon.
Yeah. So you can see how it doesn't quite fit.
Yeah, you said there were variants.
So go ahead and set that to the side, and I'll show you a different way. So go back to your liquid fuel tanks.
Okay.
And that guy we added, the cone thing,
Yeah,
grab another one of those.
but reverse it.
Yep, and so you're going to hit D a couple times to turn it around.
Oh.
And now put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
So if you look on the right, you see our staging. See how it's all, like, everything's set up properly?
Parachute, decoupler. That's for in space. That's for after we launch. And then that's, for the takeoff.
So remember that the numbers thing that we didn't like? It's now very important that we look at that.
Okay, so now we care about
So,
our hot gas engines.
yes, because if you look at the Kerbal Engineer thing in the bottom right, the important number I want to point out here, for your bottom stage, see that TWR number?
Is that S4 here?
Yes, S4 is your bottom stage. It's backwards in Kerbal Space Program 1. It's stupid. But see that TWR? That's your thrust to weight ratio. And
Uh,
and 1.0,
oh, here. Okay.
yes, yeah. So 1.01 is not good. That means it's basically gonna trundle to space if it even gets off the ground. So
And that's when we add the boosters
yes,
to the side of it.
yes, that's why I want the boosters on the side, just to give it an extra helping hand for that first bit. So what you're gonna want to do actually, lose that because you're
that didn't add a lot.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
So go to your copplers.
Okay.
Yep. And you're gonna want one of the surface attached ones. So I would recommend the hydraulic detachment manifold.
Ooh, grabbies.
Yeah, all sorts of grabbies in here.
Radial.
Yeah. It's gonna be middle left-hand column. That guy.
Hydraulic detachment manifold.
And we're gonna want to turn on symmetry. Oh, middle click that. And just pretend that you never middle clicked it in the first place, because that's bad. Yep, and then throw those probably halfway down, I would say.
Isn't that? Or do you mean halfway down the big engine?
Yeah, I would say halfway down the big engine. I mean, you can do it that way, though. Well, I mean, let's try it. Let's try it and see what happens. Okay. So now go...
Okay, because we can rewind time.
Technically not. Revert in multiplayer actually doesn't mean revert. It just means delete that and pretend it never happened.
So I may or may not kill...
Yeah.
What's her name? Oh, I should also remove...
Yeah, by the way, you need an empty seat, so... You could probably...
Bob, you know what, Bill? Come along with, just in case.
Amazing. Alright, so now you're
We
gonna...
had our Clydesdales.
Yeah, those might be a little too big for this. I would say go to the top and look for the thumper. Is probably what I would recommend.
Oh, the regular... Oh my god, it looks so small now. Alright, zoom in is...
Yeah, that's kind of dumb. Yep, there you go. Alright, and then...
Oh, I can't make it go lower.
Yeah, that's why I usually put the things in the middle, is just so I can do that. There you go.
Yeah, that would bother my brain a little bit if it were not.
Yeah. No, I getcha.
I need cats for these, don't I?
Yes.
For aerodynamics?
Yes, so you have two options. One, you can throw parachutes on there and pretend that you're going to recover them. Or two, there's just aerodynamic nose cones in the aero section.
Do we care about costs for stuff?
We're in sandbox mode, so no. I would just throw some nose cones on there and call it good.
Okay.
Yeah. Advanced nose cone type A is probably good.
Just a regular old cat
Yep.
boy.
Okay.
Okay.
And now you have a pretty solid rocket.
Cat made 2, but I need fins.
Yes, it is going to have some thrust vectoring, but I usually have fins just to make sure.
Right, where are my fat fins?
And you can always put them on the rocket itself, because those are going to fall off. There you go.
Alright. And then,
Okay.
well, yeah, because this will fall off, it'll take the fins with it.
Yeah.
I need
So-
to adjust where my boosters are?
Yeah,
Or no,
so the
they're
only thing you
set.
need to do, it's mostly set correctly. The only thing you need to do is take that stage 4 engine and put it down with the boosters firing. That way they all go at the same time. You should just be able to drag it into there. Oop. What are you doing?
I'm dragging it.
Drag the individual, yeah, those. There you go.
Okay.
So now
I
what's
thought you
going to
were dragging,
happen...
like, the stage, it would merge.
Yeah. So now what's going to happen is, oh god. Okay, so now what's going to happen is your solid boosters and your rocket are going to light at the same time.
Okay.
And then when the solid boosters are empty, we're going to detach those, but
Oh,
keep
I
the main
see.
rocket going.
And it just switches between them to show me the different stats. But because these are all the same,
Yeah.
they can
Yeah.
Okay.
So this actually...
Those will fall off, and then that
Yep.
will fall off, and then I can whoosh.
Yep, there you go.
Okay. Okay.
So go ahead and save this, and I think we're probably ready to send it.
Alright, Cat made 2. Do have an empty seat for
Jebedia. Yeah.
Jebediah. Look at his fucking dumb face. He's just so happy to be out in space right now.
One thing you're gonna want to do, by the way, hit the. Oh my god, that looks stupid. Hit the LMP on the right,
The book.
and hit the little button next to me.
The book.
Cool.
Oh, I see.
Now we're in the same time zone. I'm probably gonna have to catch up to you once you get to orbit, but
Okay.
so do you want to do this manually, or do you want to have MechJeb do it for you?
I want MechJeb to do it. I want to
Okay.
time it. Oh.
So hit ascent guidance.
Okay. I don't care about that. Okay.
Yeah, that warning shows up always.
Ascent
Yep.
guidance. Right.
All
This is
right.
the one that has the million numbers.
Yeah. So the ones you're gonna want to turn on prevent engine overheats at the top. We're just gonna go down the list.
Okay.
You're going to want to turn on limit Q. So Q means dynamic pressure. It's essentially going really fast. You know when you stick your hand out the window and you get air resistance?
Yeah, we don't want Valentina and Bill to turn into paste.
It's less that, and it's more of you don't want to overload your rocket structural integrity.
Oh, okay. That's also important.
Yeah. Corrective steering you're going to want to turn on, because that's actually what Jeb does.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of pointless to...
I mean, it would be basically you would just follow. It would put a little dot on your thing, and you would just follow it.
Oh, okay.
Which, I mean, at that point, you might as well just have it do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I would say probably change your orbit altitude maybe to like 125 or something, just to give ourselves a little buffer. But at the very top.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then hit engage autopilot.
At the very, very top.
Yep. And then whenever you're ready, light the candle.
All right. Let's go see some hot gas. Oh, Jeb's fucking with it.
Yeah, Jeb is like, oh, I need to steer properly, but
Right.
is on the
I was like,
ground,
I
so
was like, oh god, I've broken something.
no, you're fine. Yep, there you go.
Right. Now Jeb will close this now, or...
You can I would just leave it open just so you can like monitor it.
Oh, I just wanted to uncover those.
Yeah. So one thing worth noting, anytime MechJeb is doing something, anytime like something is like limiting a part of your ship or controlling it, it'll turn green. So see how that limit AOE is green?
Yeah.
That's basically preventing it.
Using this.
Yeah, that's basically what like that is the limiting factor right now on what your rocket is doing.
Okay.
Um.
Oh, bye.
Yep. So those sent off. They bumped into each other and blew up. It happens. Get used to it. There is a
Like,
God.
How chill Bill is right now. He's just like,
Yeah. I hate how chodish this rocket looks.
I blame the hot gas.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I blame the liquid fuel, not the hot gas.
I think it's the fins, honestly. That like just the fins look they're so oversized for this rocket that like
I love them.
oh, I see. I've been forced to stretch. Unlike Zed, though, I am not a shrimp always.
Freaking damn it, Elizabeth.
Get shrimped.
Get unshrimped, you mean?
Yeah, whatever. God damn it. Fucking hell.
Oh,
I hate you. I hate you so much.
my spine. Haha, joke's on you. Whenever I stretch, you get a free posture
Ow,
check.
fuck. I hydrated and somehow water splashed into my eyeball.
You're just hydrating your eye balloons.
Fuck.
God damn, we had a lot of liquid fuel.
Yeah. I think Jeb might be leading you astray. Unfortunately. Go back to your thing real quick. Yeah, Jeb is leading you astray. Turn off Jeb.
I figured. I was like, this is a lot of a lot of hot.
Yeah, hit X or Z to go to max thrust, and then point left, like turn, yeah, go up further, and send it that way. Unfortunately, on large rockets, Jeb sometimes like has issues.
What is?
It's fine. It's fine.
Are
This
you
is
sure?
this is why.
Parts are about to break.
Yeah, it's fine. They've got plenty of. You're good. Don't worry about it.
Methinks that you just want to get rid of my my wonderful giant fins.
No, they're fine. You're getting that atmosphere.
All right. Come on, let's go up as much as possible, boys.
Okay.
Come on.
Now go ahead and turn Jeb back on, because you're in a spot where Jeb can do his work.
All right.
It's just.
Oh, now we're in space.
Yeah, it just sometimes Jeb has trouble with big rockets. I don't know how to fix that, but
Jeb should put us. in a
yes,
stable orbit.
Jeb is gonna do everything. So, just let him do his thing. And if you,
I see.
yeah, if you look
Now
at the
we're out
bottom,
of-
yeah, he automatically makes a maneuver node and gets it like set up and ready to go. So,
I see. And he's not gonna drop this until it runs out.
no, and it looks like it actually isn't gonna run out. We over provisioned our fuel a little bit, so
Oh well. I mean, in an emergency, if aliens attack.
yeah.
Jeb, why are you pointing down? Jeb, we don't want to go down.
Yeah, you do. You want to go around, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm glad that Jeb didn't let me turn the engine on because I just hit Z by accident.
Oh,
Because my hand was sitting on top of it, so I went to move stuff, and I was like, "Oh hell!"
yeah.
Oh, and he auto warps too. Okay.
Yes,
Cool,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
He's
Jeb is
quite a smart little robot. Oh. Alright, where are we going, Jeb? What you doing? Oh, I see. We're increasing our orbit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how do I increase my orbit to meet with you?
Yes, that's what we're gonna be doing now. So let me just
So
go.
I tell Jeb to I can close this now or ascent guidance.
Why did I turn red? Oh, because I'm looking at me and you're red. Yes, you can close that now. And then down in the Jeb thing, we're actually gonna have Jeb do it because I think that's easier than doing it manually. Go to Rendezvous Planner.
I'm just gonna move this again so I can actually see. Maybe info autopilot.
Planner. Yeah.
Select a target to map.
Yep. So go ahead and just click me and hit set as target.
Alright.
There you go. Okay. So now it's going to give you what it thinks, like, the kind of general steps. So, see where it says relative inclination at 0.08 degrees?
Yes.
If that was a big number, we would want to align our planes. So you would hit align planes. It would, like, make a maneuver node to do that. In this case, it's close enough we don't give a shit. So what you're going to want to do then, we don't need to establish a new orbit. So hit intercept with Hohmann transfer.
It's a transfer window.
Yeah, Hohmann transfer orbits are basically like the general way of getting around in space.
Yeah, your transfer windows for when it's going to use the least amount of everything to get from point A to point B, right?
No, that's something else, but it's a general idea. The thing with Hohmann transfers is, remember how I said like doing stuff on an orbit affects the other side?
Mm-hmm.
It's basically doing that a couple times.
They love being in space.
Yeah. So go ahead, hit spacebar twice. We don't need that big ass rocket. That's just gonna hold us back. And one more time.
It already decoupled.
Yep, one more time to activate the engine.
Ah, I see.
There you go. Okay,
So
now hit.
It's just gonna hang out here, huh?
Yeah, it's space debris.
Oh, there we go. Goodbye.
Normally in single player that would hang around forever. But the multiplayer mod automatically like removes debris, so you don't have to like it doesn't have to like track it. Yeah, because with a lot of people playing, that's gonna get bad.
A lot of debris.
Yeah. So go ahead and just hit execute next node
Uh,
on the rendezvous planner at the bottom button. And now Jeb is just going to be like, okay, I'll go do that.
oh shit.
Jeb is no longer going to do that.
I put my hand down on my mouse. Or on my keyboard.
All right, hit escape. And hit revert flight. And revert to launch.
Well, alright, I'm just gonna keep my hand away from the spacebar.
Oh my god.
Alright. We're gonna speed up to meet you.
Okay, so
We're gonna ascent guidance.
yep. So one thing you can do, have this open but don't turn it on yet, and go ahead and light the candle, and then once you're at like, hit Z. Yeah, once you get high, just turn that on, and then Jeb will do the gravity turn.
Okay.
So maybe once you're around like it's wasting fuel, but we have so much spare fuel that I think we can get away with it. Turn Jeb on at like 20,000 meters or something.
Okay. Can't believe I was like, oh, we're doing so well, and then I put my hand down.
Yeah.
Knackered it.
You are turning a little bit, so maybe point back up.
Yeah. Let's turn the SAS on to compensate for that, right?
Yeah.
We're at 30. You said 20. Should I turn Jeb on?
No, not yet. Hit space to lose those solid boosters. There you go.
Oh, they're just gone.
Yeah. And let's see. That's relatively good.
Wow, you can zoom out real far. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, we're just gonna vibe here for a little bit, and then, just because we don't want Jeb, doing stupid shit.
It's not like we don't have the fuel to spare.
Yeah.
Okay. I can probably turn my SAS off.
Yeah, and go ahead and turn on Jeb at this point. He should...
Jeb, engage.
Jeb is just like, what the fuck have you been doing? I need to unfuck this.
I cannot believe you, stupid human.
What do you mean you're going high? Don't you want to burn up in the atmosphere on ascent?
These are my Kerbins.
Some.
I will kill them, not you.
Gib redeems. I don't know what that means. Your message has been highlighted. I don't understand.
I think they want more things to make you do in exchange for gallons.
I see. I'm not sure what I have. I should probably, like... Yes, I know I have gallons. Yeah, I need to add more at some point. I just,
Yeah,
Oh, I got those. I did those. I can curate the redeems for your gallons if you would like. Yeah, I did those already. My posture has been checked, and I have been hydrated.
Has your privilege been checked?
Shut the fuck up, Zdakia.
Hey!
Fuck. Shut the fuck up, Zyberlinks. God.
I don't dox you.
Turn off Jeb, point back up. Z to turn gas on.
Oh, why did Jeb turn my gas off?
Because...
Oh god, no, too far. Was he deorbiting me?
A little bit.
What a bastard. What the fuck, Jeb? I'm coming to rescue you. Don't
Okay, turn it back on now. And it should get the rest of the way. It just has difficulty with large rockets sometimes, but this should be fine.
He looks like he's figuring it out? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh. Alright, bye. I didn't want that part of my ship anyway. I'm a much smaller rocket now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jeb got my orbit
Yeah.
much quicker this time. Once it got small.
Yeah, so the thing with that, what Jeb is trying to do, if you notice, like, your periapsis is only negative 163,000, when normally it's like negative 500,000 or some stupid shit. The reason Jeb has difficulties is because he tries to do that, and, like, it just doesn't work out sometimes.
Okay. My orbit's not really getting very big. Ah, there it goes.
Yeah. Liz, that's very ooh, and from what I know about you, very ambitious. So you're welcome to try.
What did she do?
Is my wife being difficult for you, maid? I can and will put her in her place. I am the queen of ambition, in all caps, after being, like, disrespected, which is how you know she's insecure. Love you, Lizzie. Okay, so go ahead and select your target again, and we can lose the autopilot.
Okay, I just need to crack my shoulders. God.
Yeah.
I am made of fucking mechanical bits. Oh, right.
Okay, so our relative inclination in this case is kind of big, so let's go ahead and align planes.
Do you need to rejoin?
No.
Or...
No, I'll as long as I don't move, I am, yeah, it's fine. So go ahead and just do your plane alignment here. It's going to be a quick, easy burn.
I hit align planes.
Yep, and hit execute next node. Because hitting the button, all the button does is make a maneuver node.
Oh,
you have to tell it to do the maneuver. Yeah.
The system.
Yeah, so see how it's put up on that like purple thing?
Yes, it's looking at the...
Yes, that's another one of those like 6 maneuver nodes that exist. Those are called your normals. So you have your prograde and retrograde, you have your normal, and I think it's like anti-normal. And then you have radial, which is pointing like out away from the planet.
Okay.
And anti-radial, which is pointing in. I'm sure they're called something different, but you know, that's the gist of it. Yeah,
radial. So our inclinations are 0 now.
Yes, so go ahead and do an intercept with home and transfer. So as far as those go, you're only ever going to have to worry about the prograde and retrograde and occasionally the normals. Other than that, like radials, you never really have to worry about as far as like orbital mechanics go, unless you're doing stupid shit. But the solution is just don't do stupid shit, Fivehead. So.
Yeah, bad news. I am not a cat that is, if necessarily, made for space.
The problem is then I have to explain the stupid shit, and I'm terrible at explaining, so, you know.
It's okay. After the stream, we can watch the video where I learned most of my pre-made travel knowledge, and we'll see what happens.
I'm assuming Scott Manley?
No, Martin Seedlepants.
I don't know who that is, but...
He is a funny frogman.
I see.
It is where I gained the term hot gas. Because that is how he explains solid rocket boosters.
Yeah. Yeah, we probably should have done a phasing orbit, but hit period to make it go a little faster. Skill issue. Ah!
It worked. I caught up. Hi. Hello, you
Amazing.
in the past.
Let me,
nice to see you.
That's actually me in the present.
Now it's you in the present.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And now it's going to try and meet
Yes.
them,
So now you're going to want to hit match velocities at closest approach.
Right.
And execute that. Yep.
Alright. And then make sure I don't hit. Oh god, it's so dark.
Yeah, we should be on the light side when we match, but, you
I was
know.
gonna say we didn't put any lights on anything.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Alright, back to map mode for the zoom. We're gonna match pretty damn close here.
Okay.
I love that like you've just got the chunk of your engine next to you still.
Oh, is it still there?
Yeah.
Amazing. I don't actually see it on my side. All right.
The game removed it for you, but was like, nah, it's still there.
Is it still there on yours?
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, interesting.
That won't kill us, right?
No, it'll be fine.
So happy to be in space.
All right, so now what I'm going to do
Oh my God,
is
you're gonna EVA?
I'm going to EVA and walk over there.
Oh God. Alright.
So don't move.
I'm not touching anything.
I have no idea if this will... Fuck off. Windows. It's like, oh, there's your cursor.
Hi, Maid.
Hello.
Hi, Jeb.
That's the wrong way, but board.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I am
You
I am now
control.
I am now spectating, so
Oh.
I didn't know I could spectate.
I only have Jeb showing as my crew.
Oh, that's a glitch. I have all three
Okay,
as I am
cool.
spectating you. This vessel
Jeb
is
was
being
just-
controlled by Cyberlink. Wait, can I control it?
Jeb just
No.
climbed in and fucking killed everyone. He was like, oh, hell no.
No, they're all showing up on my side. So now I am spectating you, so go ahead and, with what you've learned, yeah, well, go ahead and take us home. And, you know, no pressure. If you mess up, you'll kill us all, so.
Everybody.
Yeah, we're gonna say hi to...
Oh, right. I forgot there was a
Oh.
Valentina Kerman.
Oh. Jeb has, like, pox. Or that might be Bill. I'm not sure.
No, that's Jeb. Jeb's got the beard. Bill's clean shaven. And then there's Valentina. Alright, let's see if I can remember how to go home.
Oh, what the fuck? There we go.
Alright, hey Jeb, do you have a go home? Oh, you have landing guidance.
There is. You can... Let's try it. Let's try it.
Alright.
So, you just want to land somewhere.
Land somewhere. Oh my god, there's just literally a land somewhere button.
Yeah.
Amazing. Oh, goodbye, Pod. I'll miss you. You're just gonna continue floating around in.
Okay, hit.
Now.
Okay, once you get into time warp, you're gonna hit space once to lose the lower stage since we're done with it.
Now?
Once you're in normal time warp.
Okay, once I'm not in space. Once I'm in. I see.
Yeah.
Once I'm in Atmo.
Yeah.
I love your basic rocket is forever going to be floating
Yeah.
around the planet now.
Yeah, that's fine. It'd be like that. Okay, I think you should be able to separate now. Yeah. Just hit space once to lose that.
Alright.
Gonna pretend I did not see that.
Didn't see what?
You,
Hop
oh.
on.
Multiplayer is having a normal one. Don't worry about it.
Wobble. What did I miss?
Some minor physics instability. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I didn't break something like I did
No,
last
you're
time.
fine.
Alright. Welcome to Earth, or Kerbin population. I don't know how many of us there are.
Just fucking no, stop. No.
What have you done?
I tried to move your screen.
Oh my god.
So yeah, this is fine. We're losing some ablator. That's cool.
Oh no. We're not gonna die, right?
No, we're fine.
It's
Uh,
God.
Losing a blader is what we're supposed to do.
Okay. It's
So
very, very spicy metal.
yeah, so the way the heat shields work, is effectively like little bits of the heat shield burning off create a gas which insulates your ship.
Oh.
That's how they work in real life. In Kerbal Space Program, there's a resource called a blade of. If you hover over in the top right, that little gas tank icon
Uh,
in the top right.
I'm
If you hover over that, see a blader.
Alright, MechJeb, I need you to minimize.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so we're slowly. I see how
It
we're
just.
spending that.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder if the parachute's actually gonna work.
It says it's not.
I mean, it's gonna auto deploy it at some point, hopefully, when it's safe.
Yeah, because we're still stupidly high up. It's so dark out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start putting lights on things. Right.
Oh, see, the parachute's deployed. Yeah, they auto deployed.
Oh, okay.
So you can actually hit abort auto land because it's done everything it can do.
Oh, yeah, it's just gonna slowly fall now.
Okay, did the thing again.
Just try to move this.
I don't like the parachutes aren't out for me.
Oh, so it's. Oh no, settings. Can I make it brighter?
You can if you hit the PS Planet Shine. No, get out of there. Get out of there. On the right hand side, see that little PS with the blue dot?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hit that, and now hit advanced. And hit intensity. And hit vacuum ambient light level and turn that up.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, actually being able to see is very important when streaming. Alright, and we are really close to land. We are experiencing regular-ish gravity. Cool.
Man, we should be landing soon.
We're almost hitting. I hope. Hello? I swear I didn't miss the planet. I swear. Oh, good. It's just water. That's why we couldn't see anything.
Yeah. Yep, and go ahead and recover. There we go. And what is it doing with me? What is happening with... Oh, I think I might have crashed. Oh, no, I didn't. It just sent me home.
Space Center. Yeah.
That was, spectator mode was a fucking experience, I'll tell you that much.
There we go. Hey, everyone gained some XP, except for Jeb.
Nice. Oh, this is bullshit.
Well, to be fair, Jeb had already done
Jeb,
a lot of things.
Jeb contributed as best he could. But yeah, that's the very rough gist of Kerbal. So,
Alright.
if you would like a challenge,
Oh god.
now that you've done the basics, and you're clearly competent at everything there, what the fuck? Why is there a... Oh my god, it says Jeb is in space on my side. Oh no! We're just gonna ignore that. Rip Jeb.
Jeb is not here.
Oh god, Jeb is in space. You know what? Goodbye, Jeb.
Bob Valentina.
Jeb didn't make it.
Oh no, Jeb didn't make it. Oh no.
If you would like a challenge, how would you like to land on the moon? Or on Mun?
I can't believe Jeb fucking died. Yeah, we can go to the moon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So, one thing I want to do, let me give you a resource real quick. Let me turn this back to monitor. A resource here, Delta V chart. This is a very beloved resource. I'm going to put this in the stream planning chat.
Okay.
So this guy right here,
Oh god. Oh, I've seen this chart before.
yes, this is a very useful chart. So how this works. First of all, everything on the right-hand side, ignore that because we don't have Outer Planets mod installed. I do want to add it once we get past like tutorial stuff. I think I'm gonna do a new mod pack with more parts and fun.
Are we gonna turn on progression?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
But for now, so to get to the MUN, all the numbers on here, you start at Kerbin, and you just like add up on your way to get where you're going. So to get from Kerbin to orbit, it takes 3,400 Delta Vs. And then to get to a MUN intercept, it add another 860. To get to a stable orbit, add another 310, and then to land, add 580. Obviously, like, that varies based on how good your rocket is and, like, how good you are at doing stuff. So, you know, give yourself a little extra Delta V, but, you know, it says it should take 5150 Delta V to get to the MUN.
Okay. And I want a lander, right?
Yes.
Or do I?
So, what you can do...
Oh, I can make a lander and then connect it, and then launch back into space to hook back up and come back.
Yeah, you could, basically what you could do is you can have an automated launch of a lander, and then send, like that rocket you just made with crew, and send that up to the lander. So if you would like to do, like a work together thing, I could make one of those and you work on the other. Okay. Or if you want to do the entire thing yourself, that is fine as well.
Let's work together.
Okay.
So that I can screw up only half of it.
Okay, so what do you want to work on?
I've never built a lander, so I will leave that to you.
Okay. All right. So I will make a lander, and what I'll have you do then is you're going to want to make a rocket that can get us... So what I'll do is I'll launch the lander, and then you'll have the crew, and do you want to also, with that crew rocket, send us to the MUN to do the transfer? So
a lot of Delta V.
Yeah, you're gonna need some extra beans. Honestly, that one you made is probably pretty good. But maybe just extending that second stage a little bit.
The large boy.
Yeah. And then I'll make a little lander, and we can I'll send that up, and then we can meet up in orbit and, you know, do all that jazz. Sound good?
Like, oops. Yes. Can I? No.
So let's grab... Guess we can grab this guy.
You're a Kerbadine.
Do that or just do the lander? Can. Let's do this. And one thing you're going to want to have, one thing I would recommend, where you had the parachute, I would recommend putting a shielded Clampotron, and then add the radial parachutes instead. Which should be in that section. They just, like, attach to the side of the capsule instead. Maybe throw a couple of those on. Make sure you don't grab the drogue ones, because those won't slow us down enough.
I want a Clampotron. Oh. The radial attachment point?
It's going to be under utility. It'll be called...
Oh, I'm under...
It's the, Mark II TAC R radial mount parachute.
For the Clampotron? Oh, Clampotron.
Oh, for the...
shielded docking
Yes,
port?
it looks like a little, like... It's just aerodynamic, but also a docking port, which is useful. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. You're gonna need some RCS fuel as well.
Okay. Wait, one. I want the Mark II-R radial mount parachute.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the other thing, which we didn't need before, but we're gonna need if we're gonna do a docking, you're gonna need to add a RCS fuel tank of some sort to that rocket.
Just these. I guess they go over the window.
What are you trying to do?
Oh, it's over the door. I don't like
Oh,
that.
yeah. If you change it to like 3 or something, 3 or 2, on the symmetry in the bottom left, you can just right click to go back,
Oh.
or do that. I would say you probably only need 2, but make sure you aren't blocking the door because then we can't get in or out. Yeah, that would work right there. There you go.
Okay, and then RCS fuel?
Yes. So if you go to those little guys, you're gonna need one of those somewhere. So I think that's gonna be like I don't know. You'll just have to see which size. I can't remember which is which because I'm very stupid.
For the little thrusty boys.
Yeah.
Alright, so I take this off. Yeah, because then that leaves us with. Nope. 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 Yeah. Then we add. How do I know which of the
That looks
thrusty
stupid.
boys?
What?
How do I know which of the little thrusty boys I want to add? Or do they all do the same?
So your capsule has some built in. I would probably recommend just putting 4 of just like the RV-105s. It doesn't need to be fancy. Just put those on the tank itself for like some additional. It's not the end of the world though with those.
All right, little thrusty boys. Oh, yes, all the thrust. Oh no.
So we can do just the little guy. Oh, that's a little too little.
And we want a.
We'll do that in a bit.
Oh shit.
There we go. It's a little stupid looking, but it should work.
We need an M-jom. After the M-jom, upler. Oh,
This is stupid looking, but it'll be
too
fine.
small. There we go. And then it's 34 plus 8. 42.
What are you trying to do?
42, 45, 5,000. Okay, I've got 6,000 total Delta V. And then I need less to come home, or do I need the equivalent amount to come back?
You can disregard the amount, most of the amount it takes to get to orbit. Because
I need the 8, 11, 16 to come home.
yeah, that sounds about right.
So that means I need another. I got 5, 6,000. I'm gonna need about another 1,000 to come home. Okay, how do I want to sneak another 1,000 into this fucking monstrous thing?
Okay, so I got that. What else do I need on here? Who knows? RCS.
What a mass. What do I have that's bigger than
Actually, that's probably fine. I don't think we need more than just a couple. Won't be super well balanced, but I don't think it needs to be.
Wait, what did I put in here? It's a corgi. Why didn't I put a...
What's wrong?
I'm just trying to figure out why I picked certain things, but I think I got it now. So you guys launch with that. And then we lose that. Yes, no, maybe? I don't know. Can you repeat the last? Both of those, and
What am I looking for?
those are not pleasant.
Be in here? No. Where's just the fucking extend a ladder? Here's normal ladders. Am I stupid?
Yes, no,
There it is.
I don't know. Can you repeat the... I have a fucking song stuck in my head and it's driving me nuts. Alright. The cat made 3. It is awful and stupid looking, but I think it's ready.
Alright. So go ahead and launch to orbit. I'm still working on mine, but...
I load it with crew, right? Or
yes. You're gonna take the crew.
Okay, so I need a pilot, an engineer, and a scientist.
Yeah.
Valentina, stay home. You've got plenty of experience. Kinsey, you're gonna be our engineer today, and Ludlick, you're gonna be our pilot.
Amazing.
Bob, you have no experience. We're gonna send you up instead of Tom.
Bob is expendable. Amazing.
If Zed screws this up, at least people who die won't be people who have practiced doing what they do. Okay. Are you ready, kids? Cat made 3. Ready for launch. Think we are. So that's that and that. And those are both of those couplers. And then we have the next boy and then that coupler. And then the next boy and then that coupler. And then we have our parachutes. Okay.
What does this have? Okay, this is CLS passable.
Why are we not taking off? Oh, fuck nuggets.
Revert! Revert! What even happened? Oh, did you forget to check your staging?
No, I hit space twice.
Amazing. Oh my god. Hit escape and revert. Quick, quick, quick!
I didn't think it would fall over.
Jesus. I didn't think my rocket would fall over. It's definitely things you want to hear.
Outcome, catastrophic failure. Revert to launch, please.
Amazing. I think this is
It
fine.
wasn't taking off. I hit space and then Z, and it didn't take off. Am I too heavy?
I'm not going to answer that. What's your thrust to weight ratios look like? Send it and see what happens.
Space. Z.
Yeah, you're too heavy. Actually, hit escape and go back to your thing, and let me just take a look at it.
Revert plane, revert to escape.
Yeah. Also, I should probably mute this.
I'm just too thick. Alright, so I want to get rid of my thumpers and replace them with something.
Actually, you should be fine. I think what's happening is your engine is clipping into the thing.
I'm
So
too big.
so go to your the little crane icon
Where?
on the left hand side. It's called structural.
Oh. Round?
It's
Oh, there.
yeah,
Okay.
that. And then you're going to scroll down to near the bottom. There's the TT18 TAC A launch stability enhancer.
Alright.
Bottom right.
TT18.
Right. Up. That guy.
Ah,
Yeah, slap like 4 of those on. Somewhere where they're not in the way, probably near the bottom.
right here?
Yeah. And then make sure those are staged correctly, so those will let go when your engines fire.
Those are first. Yeah, so they
Yes.
drop right away.
Yeah. Everything in that stage happens at the same time. But yeah.
We'll save the cat made 3.
Okay.
I was like, what's going on? Alright. Blanche. I did. Catpian. Oh, goddamn. I didn't even notice until you made me read it again, Baroness.
What happened?
Oh, I said, are you ready, kids? And, Baroness said, aye, aye. Catpian. Captain.
Oh, I hate that.
But with a cat pun. I appreciate it. It makes me happy. Alright. Triggered. Hit the button. I might be too thick.
Yeah, I think you just need...
I need bigger boosters.
Yeah, bigger boosters or more boosters.
I don't know if I can put more than 4 on reliably.
You can just do bigger boosters.
Alright, Thumper, you did well, but
Is it time for Clydesdale, our beloved?
Oh god, what have I done? Alright, you sit over there. Move these way up.
I'm gonna stop looking at that because it's giving me psychic damage.
It's awful. I love it. Oh, I tapped out of the game. Aerodynamics. Nope, I need a bigger nose cone. Heck. Nope. That's a little too big. It's also too big. for liquid rockets.
Okay, we're just gonna go with that bad boy.
Why? What? Big. Do I know? Delta wing. Engine cell. Engine pre-cooler.
What are you into? What are you trying to do?
I'm in aerodynamics. I'm trying to find nose cones.
Up at the top. Oh, those aren't the right size.
They're too small.
Oh, nope. Up a little bit. I think that guy might be it.
This one? Oh.
Not quite. There you go.
There we go. Alright. Save the cat made free once again. This time it'll work, I swear. I'm getting very good at mashing the revert time button.
Oh god.
Oh my god, look at it.
Oh,
it's
Jesus.
awful.
Oh god. Send it. There you go.
Oh yeah. It's literally the worst thing.
Alright, that should be...
Fucking Bob and Lud are just horrified, and Tizzy's just having the time of her life. Oh my god. It's amazing. And I break Atmo at soon.
Please, I just want the antenna. I just want the antenna. Thank you. I'm just gonna stick that out like the fucking side somewhere, because who gives a shit?
This shuttle that I have crafted is awful.
Don't like that.
Oh, I can't. Oh. Alright, I can't forcibly...
Hit plus to add a new one, and then just move the one.
Oh, shit. There.
Now hit space, and it should.
Ah, right. Oh. Well, it...
Just hit space
the wrong
again,
one.
I guess?
No.
Oh. Maybe it's time to revert.
Well. Alright, I'm not sure. Something's wrong with Twitch. What's up, Baroness? What's wrong with Twitch? What is the brokey? Alright, so these need to fall off first, so we will put you at the very bottom. So you can fall off. 2 hydrates.
Well, this is the cheese retriever, because we're going to the Mun, which is made of cheese. And cats love cheese.
That's true. I can have a little cheese as a treat.
I just had PTSD flashbacks to Tino's expensive cheese hoard.
I've never seen this cheese hoard.
It's splendid.
Alright, so... Wait, how do I want this? Okay, I want all the boosters to go.
Oh no, Tino's in chat. Fuck.
Did you just shit talk Tino's cheese?
No, I wasn't talking trash about it. I said it was splendid.
I can't believe you would shit talk Tino's
I said it was splendid. It's perfectly cromulent cheese.
Yeah, cromulent's not a real word.
Shut the fuck up, Zyberlinks.
Talking trash about my cheese. Wonderful.
Oh, she's quiet? Said say something.
Hello.
I mean, she's
This is
the
an
same
example of
volume I am,
speaks.
so I don't know what to tell you there.
This is an example of Speaks, an audio compression codec specifically designed to mimic human speech. So those go, and then those fall off, and then that one falls off. Then
Yeah.
that, then that, then that. Alright. No!
Did you have a skill issue?
Yeah. I separated my little stands out so that I could plan the rest of the stuff and didn't move them back in.
Amazing. God, this is a depressing launch site.
Right. So these all happen. Then these happen before.
I have
that
crew.
happens.
Why do I have crew? Revert?
Who are you bringing?
Like Bill and Valentina. Get the fuck out of my fucking boat.
Don't take our experienced people.
I'm taking nobody.
All right. Booster, drop, boost. Drop those. Split. Okay. Away! Okay, Baroness, I'm going to give you your catnip back for that.
Oh, what happened?
Twitch choked up and charged twice for stuff.
God, I wish I was Twitch.
I just need to go. I wish that you could just have mute tab. I wish I could just have my own mod view by default for myself instead of locking me out of.
Apparently, I accidentally screenshot a completely random thing.
Alright, we're gonna reject and refund, and then we're gonna select everything else. I think it's good.
Like this,
Oh, shit, I should be paying attention.
Are you not going to space today?
I'm in space. I'm in space. We're in space. I just need to... Okay, and then I hit spacebar to drop my next. There they go. Get the fuck out of here. Perfect. I'm in space.
Cool. I am,
So Jeb, I just need you to put me in an orbit, please. Jeb? Buddy? There you go. Thank you. Buddy? Alright, we're gonna complete all of my save game requests because those are not from this game. Alright, we're gonna complete all my posture check requests. We're gonna complete all of my stretch requests. We're gonna complete Tower's Degenerate Ara Ara.
from Tower?
Yeah.
Interesting.
He requests Ara Ara once in a while.
Does he know what that means?
He's a degenerate boy. I don't know if he exactly knows what it means. Alright. We're going to complete all of those requests. Perfect. And I have refunded you some catnip there, Baroness, because you know how Twitch do be. Twitch do be. Alright, as far as I am aware, darling, I should be in space now.
Yes. Are you in a stable orbit?
I will be whenever Jeb tells me I am.
Okay.
I still have so much liquid fuel. Holy shit. Okay. And then are both of these things going to the moon, or?
Yes.
All right. And then, oh, I see your lander. Cheese retriever.
Yeah, I need to align my orbit somewhat because I launched from one of the other launch sites because I thought that would be interesting.
Okay.
So now I just need to deal with a extremely high inclination. No biggie.
Yeah, it
Let's,
looks like Jeb's adjusting my. Yeah, Jeb's adjusting my. Oh,
what's up?
oh, I ran out of fuel. Yeah, never mind. Nope, we're good. I ran out of fuel on that rocket, so he biffed it. Cat-made debris have been left behind.
Ah.
I hope I still have enough Delta V to get there and back.
You should be fine. And if not, I'll have some spare in mind, so we can probably do a transfer.
You do that?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. My orbit's not really adjusting very much.
It is. Look at the top at your periapsis.
Oh, okay. It's just adjusting slowly.
Yeah.
It's not. The orbit that he's put me in intersects the planet.
Yeah, it won't. Once it...
Even the little brown one?
Hmm.
The brown one.
You might need to see what it looks like when it's done, and we can always fix it if needed.
Okay. Unless I slam into the planet and kill everybody.
Yeah, don't do that.
Alright, well, oh, I can speed. No. Jeb controls time. I'll let him do it. The computer is better than me at doing math.
Is that? Where's mine? My good one. Where did...
Okay. I gotta crack my back. Oh my god. Please, spine. Oh.
Why isn't this showing up? Alternate resource panel, please. Oh well. Okay, Zed, what we're gonna do...
Is explode.
Go ahead and stop that burn and cancel Jeb.
Okay.
Okay. And go ahead and just get rid of that maneuver node by hitting the little X next to your 142 meters per second. In the bottom right. On the little meter.
Oh,
yeah. Okay, now go to MacJeb. Go to Maneuver Planner. Under M. There you go. Okay, and change Advanced Transfer to another planet. Change that to Circularize.
Circularize.
And then change at the next apoapsis, change it to like after a fixed time of like, I don't know, 1 minute, 60 seconds. And hit create and execute. There. And hopefully that'll unfuck whatever you did.
I just let Jeb do his thing.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to just acknowledge Jeb's weaknesses, of which there are many. Nation 0.
God damn it, Tino.
Oof, I might not have any spare gas actually, so.
I should have enough. I've got 4,900 if the little blue number is what I total it.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
down to 45. Once I'm done this burn, give or take. Am I still quiet, Tino? I can't tell. I don't know what's going
Oh.
on. All of our audio levels are knackered.
Also, thank you for the hydrate, Zed.
You're welcome, darling. We gotta remember to set up Fugi next time.
That is.
It puts a little tiny me on your screen and a little tiny you on my screen.
Ah, yeah.
And it just uses a PNG, so it's nice and basic.
Mm.
Oh, 2 PNGs, actually. One lit up and one dark for when you're talking.
Yeah. There is an alternative idea, which I might submit at some point once I see if it works, but we'll see.
What, the phone call thingy?
No.
Oh.
You will see.
I'm curious now.
No.
Would you like to know more? Yes. Yes, I would.
Each other's rig scenes.
Interesting. Zed, why do you have a PowerPoint symbol? Well, Meg doesn't. Don't worry about it. Shut up. That's why.
Amazing.
I forgot to turn it off, so I'm a PowerPoint today. Alright, I am in a
Oh, my PowerPoint isn't on. Oh, yeah, what? It should
no,
be.
It's not.
I was in the wrong scene, that's why.
Oh, I'm sorry I'm quiet, Tino. There's not a lot I can do about it, unfortunately.
I mean, here, I have an alternative idea. There we go. Now we're both equally quiet, I think.
Wonderful.
You can just turn up the, like, master volume. Okay.
I'm looking at my audio levels, and my fucking space heater is setting off my microphone still.
Amazing. Alright. Okay.
I'm in an orbit. I don't know
Yes.
what we do next.
So go ahead and catch up to me. So hit the LMP. And, yep.
Oh. Where'd I go?
You're right there.
Oh.
Okay, and select the cheese thing over there. And set as target, and go ahead and you're going to open your rendezvous planner, just like we did before. Let me set this to monitor.
Rendezvous planner, go away MechJeb. Our inclinations need to change, yes?
0.42 isn't that bad. You could change it if you want, but I think it's probably fine. So go ahead and just do intercept with home and transfer.
And then execute.
Yes.
Oh, it's taking screenshots. Okay. Or is it? Is that supposed to be blinking?
That's because I accidentally took a screenshot. So it's telling you to look at my screenshot.
No, I don't want to. How do I do that?
Click it. And then click Misfit Made. Wow. Okay, now close it.
Wow. Alright. It's not blinking anymore, so I'm not bothered.
Oh, yay emotes. I forgot I had that one on here. Surprised Twitch hasn't demonetized me for it.
You have proper emotes. I have some very basic ones that need to be redone. I had to remove them.
I do not have proper emotes. I have some bulbas and like some soft maids, and
listen,
I think that's it.
I commissioned some, and you can't tell the difference between any of them because they're just different facial expressions. So I need to chop them up into pieces and re-upload them.
Yeah.
Which I might ask you for assistance with at some point because I don't know how to make transparent PNGs. Because I'm a basic bitch.
Yeah.
We've got about 4,400 Delta V left.
Yeah, that should be.
Tino, I don't know how.
That should be fine. Oh,
I use like Inkscape to make maps for D&D and stuff. I've never actually done proper art. I've used Blender, but I don't draw.
Shut the fuck up, iTunes.
What does iTunes want?
Asking for an update.
The fuck do you use iTunes for?
Because, sadly, despite how horrible it is, it's the only like fucking like music player I've found that like with a library that does what I want, which is horrifying because I hate it so much. But you know, I've tried all of the other like free and open source alternatives, and they all kind of suck.
That's fair.
Like for just to play a song, I use MPCHC. But if I'm like listening to my music, you know,
yeah,
I just
that's fair.
put it on iTunes Shuffle All. And what makes you think I don't do that, Baroness?
Yeah, I just use VLC to play my music,
Yeah.
and I haven't like gotten music for a long time. So my existence is just, oh, that's a cool song. I found it on YouTube. That's where it'll stay.
Yeah. Don't forget to match velocities at closest approach.
Execute. Because I already did the other thing, and then do I have to do intercept at Holman transfer again if I match velocities?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, do you want to try docking?
Woo. Sure. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
I remember to put that on the ship, right?
Yep, you're good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So docking is when two spacecraft dock.
Spacecraft and a mommy spacecraft.
I don't understand how you can be so cringe. Also, please, for the love of God, hit period to warp. Just tap it once and it'll... Sometimes Jeb tries to get perfectly on the blue dot, even though he's close enough, and it just like spins forever. So you just
slow down now.
No, it'll auto slow.
Okay. I was like, I don't know, what do you want from me?
Guess
I do appreciate that we are both in the same spot on our streams.
I don't know what that means.
Our rigs.
Ah. Where is...
I'm below you.
Ah, there you are. Hello. Alright, so now...
We're 8 clicks apart.
Okay, so now you're gonna hit, get closer?
Boop.
Oh, Christ, okay. And then, execute? Hit R to turn on your RCS real quick.
Oh, I see. The little whoosh.
Yeah.
Oh no, Baroness, that's... Aw, that's okay. You're not really gaining anything from being subbed to me anyway. I don't have any emotes to share at the moment.
Well. Z fighting, I hate it.
Also, don't forget to, if you have a Prime sub, you can always use your subs to sub to your favorite and or struggling streamers, because the best way to steal from Amazon is to use Amazon to pay somebody else.
Okay, and go ahead and match velocities and execute. Expediently.
There we go. I executed and then canceled.
Separation at closest approach 9 meters. Oh, I'm in danger.
Alright. I will do my best to not blow us up. God, I could go for a snack right now.
Hi, it's me,
A snack.
a snack.
Alright, we are... I don't know what the fuck I'm aligning to right now.
You're matching velocities at closest approach. So basically, like, when you get close enough, you're gonna, like, hit the brakes.
Snacks on snacks, exactly.
I'm gonna...
I'm like, my brain is just screaming, you know what? You know what you could go for? A fucking burger. And I'm like, I could go for a burger.
I'm just gonna get a little bit out of the way.
Oh god.
Hey? See? We're fine.
Oh
God, I
god.
could not imagine doing this manually. We're fine. Do I have to turn? Yes, you gotta eat something.
Let me here, I'll line us up here real quick. Match our velocities. Okay.
That's when I click get closer and we just go.
Okay. Rotate. Okay. What I think we're gonna
How
do,
do I get out of first person?
C.
Right.
Okay, so I
It
think
does require effort, but it's a good effort.
for docking, let's switch spaces. So hit your right bracket sign.
Okay. Oh god.
Okay.
Alright.
So now you are in the cheese retriever.
Oh, my mouse will forever be on my screen now.
Okay.
Oh,
So
there we go.
go ahead and in the bottom left, see those 4 buttons? There's like the rocket, the little like
Yes.
blue
Soccer
thing.
ball,
Yeah,
planet.
hit the soccer ball.
Okay.
So now you're in docking mode. So now like hit WASD, just like tap them real quick to see what they do. So now it's moving you. Yeah. So now what you're gonna do, right click the docking port on the top.
This is your top? Yes. Okay.
Okay, why is this vessel being, hold on. You're gonna right click that, you're gonna hit control from here.
Okay.
And then give me a second.
So now everything is relative to...
Yes. And then right click the tip of that other rocket of yours. Why does it say you're controlling this?
Set as target.
Yes, set as target.
Did you hit right bracket to take my ship?
I am spectating your ship,
Oh.
despite, I don't know. I don't know if there's a take control option, but I can't be bothered. Okay, so hit right bracket to come back over to me, or to this ship. And now, okay, all right, it's just stupid. Okay, and then right click your docking port and hit open or whatever it says.
Open shield.
Yes. Okay. And now switch back to your other one, to the lander.
The cheese retriever.
Yes. Okay. And now on the right hand side, see that orange circle?
Mm-hmm.
Click that. Cool.
Oh god.
Okay. And to make this easier, open Jeb Smartass.
Get out of here, rendezvous planner. Hello, smartass.
Okay. And switch to target mode.
Took it.
Yep. And then hit par minus.
Oh jeez.
Okay. All right. And then go ahead and hit force roll 0 degrees too while we're at it, just for shits and grins. Just hit the check mark.
Oh. Okay.
Cool. All right. So now everything you're going to be doing is relative to that thing on the right. So WASD like controls your motion there. So try and get it so that, so go right a little bit. And that's gonna bring that green line over to the left, if that makes sense. Oh, other way, other way, other way. You want, so that yellow thing, that's what we care about. So leave it there. Now bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. And you want to just ease it in so it's sitting right over the crosshairs. So you went a little far there.
Like that?
Yes,
So it's sitting over the orange?
yeah, so you want, so go to the right a little bit on that. And we want the green lines to be over the crosshairs.
Okay, so how do I move the green lines?
The green lines like that. So that yellow's going to start or the green's going to start coming back because the yellow's to the right.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, sorry.
I thought I was moving with the yellow.
You are moving with the yellow, but the green lines are like your alignment, effectively.
Okay.
So it's telling you like, okay, you're off to the bottom right. So we want to move to the bottom right to align it up, if that makes sense.
Green, we want to move to the orange.
Yes, and hit shift a couple times to change CVEL to 0. Okay, back a little bit, control to back up.
Oh.
And just bring that down to 0, or as close as you can. There you go. Just that way we're not getting closer while we're doing this.
I see what you're saying.
Yep, that's perfect. And start going up a little bit. There you go, there you go.
It messes me up because down is up.
Yeah, that's, you're gonna have to get used to that.
Yeah, you're like, go down, so I hit, or you like go up and I hit W and it was going the wrong way and I was like, oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
Nice, and I want...
There you go. Okay, bring come in left. Don't let that get ahead of you. And it looks like you can move up a little bit because you're going past on there. There you go. And you can probably 0 that out now and then just bring it in the other way.
Oh, wrong way.
There you go.
And just go forward a little bit.
You want to get the vertical one lined up with the crosshair with the bullseye. And it looks like you are drifting a little up. There you go. Yep. Okay.
Ah, I did not blink for the last minute. Ow, my eyes.
Jesus. Watch your horizontal. Go ahead and 0 that out. Other way, other way. The other axis.
What?
There you go. Yep, keep going, keep going. There you go, good. And now watch your left, right. Make sure that doesn't oversteer. Okay. And now I want you to tap very gently. Tap shift until your CVEL is like 0.1. Yep. And yeah, watch your left, right. Make sure that gets lined up. And you want to keep everything in those bars. So you do need to keep going down a little bit, but it looks like you're on top of it. There you go. Okay, come left, come left. Yep, you want to 0 that out. Get on the crosshair. Oh, you were really close there. There you go. Do a favor for me. Tap period and then comma. Just like time warp for just a second. I think the other one was slowly rotating, which was messing it up. Yeah, go left, go left, go left.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, now you're getting the hang of it. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, now slowly hit shift and slowly start coming in forward with your closing velocity. Okay. Yep, leave it about there. Don't go any faster than that because we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. And your job is just, if that starts deviating, you need to correct it to stay aligned. No pressure or anything.
No pressure. We'll only die.
Yeah.
My eyes.
It's okay. It's online. You can blink. You're allowed to
No,
blink.
I'm saying ow because I didn't blink again.
God damn it. Oh.
Listen. This is.
We need a hydrate for your eyes.
You don't understand how I used to play. So I don't know if I've mentioned that I used to play Siege at a competitive level, like Rainbow Six.
Yeah, because you're cringe.
Because I'm cringe. So I used to hold angles for like minutes at a time, looking for the pixel peak, and I just wouldn't blink.
Amazing.
So if I have to like do something really detail in a game, my brain is just like, blinking. We don't do that.
Yeah.
We don't. What if you miss them? What if you miss the pixel? And I'm like, brain, please. I'm not defending a bomb. Help me.
Yeah.
Let me blink. Oh, I slowed down.
You can probably increase it a little bit, like maybe to 0.2. But like the thing worth noting, this docking alignment indicator gets more sensitive as you get closer. So.
Oh, goody.
And just a heads up, once you get within like a meter, the ports are magnetic, so it might start pulling in a direction. Yeah, it might look like it's going way off, but it's fine, probably.
Okay. Probably. Oh, good. Probably.
Just, don't panic if you see it like moving of its own accord. But yeah, you can see how it's more sensitive, see how it's starting to get a little bit off there.
Yeah, should I adjust? Or...
Yeah, very small adjustments. If you hit caps lock and then adjust. So caps lock goes into like fine control. So for very small light movements. There you go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, now let go. Don't touch anything. Hands off the keyboard.
But it's way out. Oh, it's magnetic. Right. Okay. I see.
And there you go. Now you're docked.
That was the magnet.
All right. Let me. I am still observing you. Yeah, you did it.
How do I make this go? All right, that button.
Okay. So now what you're gonna want to do. Before we forget. Actually, no, it's fine. It has plenty. Okay. So on the bottom of the lander, that engine. Right click that engine and hit shutdown engine. Okay, cool. And now right click the command pod, the capsule.
Yes.
Yep. And hit control from here. It should be at the bottom. Yeah, that little guy says control from here. Okay, cool. All right. So now we're using the big engine.
Yes.
So do you need a moment?
I was just like, they're gonna blow up. They're gonna blow up. They're gonna die. We're gonna have to do this all over again.
Oh God, it'll be fine. Okay, so now on the right hand side, see that little like map looking ass thing? The little 3 panes.
I see a closet. Oh, at the very bottom.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh God.
So go ahead and hit the little star next to Mun. Yep.
Create maneuver.
Okay.
This is the window thing that I.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and close out of that. Close the astrogator, and now look at your map and scroll out a bunch. Okay, cool. That is a good maneuver. So go ahead and open up your MechJeb maneuver planner. And we're not actually going to use it to plan anything. We're just going to hit execute next node.
Oh yeah, because because it already gave us a node.
Yeah. I just like using the Astrogator mod better than MechJeb mod. I find it works better.
Because MechJeb isn't quite as accurate.
I mean, it works most of the time, but there's some like weird edge cases I've found where it's like,
Edge
you know.
cases, you say.
Hi. Hello, Tino.
Hey, maid! Love that he just decided to yell at you. He an angry boy. He wants you to
Satellites.
launch satellites.
I will do satellites after we get Zed to the Mun.
The Mun. I'm gonna go gather cheese as a tweet.
Actually, while you're doing this, I'm gonna actually go and let me switch back.
Satellites.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a satellite for Tino.
Nice. The Tino one.
Something like that.
Sorry, I mean the goth girl in fishnets one.
Ah, yes, the Salem one. Tino be like, I'm cis, also Tino. Why, yes, all of my like goals are just hot girls and fishnets.
Don't bully the boy.
This is a call out post. You are being called out. Yeah, here, let's get we're gonna build a special Tino vehicle. We've got the big
Rocket. That's not necessarily an accurate representation.
And tell me, how am I wrong? Oh wait, no, hold on. Here's the Tino one.
I would be able to tell. What am I doing? I'm looking at your Twitch stream when I have a higher quality Discord stream right next to it. And I'm only looking at your Twitch.
This thing is gi-fucking-gantic. Okay.
Source, I made it the fuck up.
Is that going to be a 2.5 meter? Jesus, I just wanted to clown on Tino by launching a fucking spy satellite. I didn't realize it would be huge.
Do I fast forward time, or should I just leave it?
You can fast forward time.
Let Jeb. Okay.
Alright, this seems like it's good.
So I was gonna say, this seems like a long time to...
Let me look at you real quick.
Orbit.
You're gonna want to do that next maneuver node up there.
What?
There's another maneuver node, see it?
Oh, execute next node?
Yeah.
Well, yes, I do want food to be delivered to me. Thank you.
God, this is just gonna be obscene.
What do you mean I have 0 points? Shut the fuck up, 0 points.
God, imagine having 0 points. Couldn't be me.
Could have sworn that I had points that let me get discounts on delivered food.
Just gonna do
Yeah, there we go.
Fuel.
I was logged into the wrong account. This was
We're
wrong.
gonna throw a nuke on this because it's already so obscenely large. We might as well.
In Minecraft. We're gonna throw a nuke on it in Minecraft. What do I want to eat? That's the question. All I've had today is a couple pork chops. I should probably have something more. Well, a couple pork chops and 2 cans of battery acid.
Zed,
Yes, hello.
I don't even know what to say to you.
What do you mean? What's that?
Other than, like, how are you alive?
I have plenty of fat for my body to live off of.
Yeah.
I have my primordial pouch, as the other cats say.
We're just gonna ignore that those are clipping through slightly. Just put some more down there because I don't give a
get
shit.
Tacos. I want tacos. I want tacos or how about breakfast food? Oh, I could get Chinese. Hey yo.
We're just gonna go straight to just obscenely large for this because I really can't be bothered.
I haven't had Chinese since my wife left.
What?
She doesn't like Chinese food. It makes her sick.
No, I didn't realize. I didn't realize she was racist.
Chinese food. I clarified.
Stage. Oh yeah, let's get this guy. Oh, that looks stupid.
I could get some curry. I could get some hot curry.
Hi, it's me, Hot Curry. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm gonna stop while I'm behind.
you did your best. You're a wonderful darling, Baroness. You're very clever, and I do believe that you can choose the praise and affirmation redeem. See, you even proved it to me by doing it. Clever girl. And you'll be an even cleverer girl if you make sure that you go and get something to eat, because you haven't eaten yet today.
What is she, a fucking velociraptor?
Clever girl. No, I don't have a Spaz 12, so...
Alright, so we got this bad boy, we throw that on there, that's probably enough thrust.
Whoa.
And let's throw... Nope.
Do I want...
Nope.
Do I want Chinese food, or do
Nope.
I want...
And we're gonna call this the no comment.
Tell me, Baroness, do I want Chinese food or do I want breakfast foods? Because, you know, I forgot the most important part of the praise. Baroness, you're a very good girl. I always forget that part. No, I don't.
No idea if this is gonna even work. 0, send it. Oh my god, this is not making it to space.
It's doing its best. Alright, we're gonna get Chinese food today.
Has the snow melted yet? Oh my god. You're making me hungry for Chinese food. We got a hell of a snowstorm, but as you might know, Portland doesn't get snow often, so nobody has any idea what to do. So it's, despite knowing how to drive in the snow, it is not safe. Just because you're 50% likely to get like hit by some idiot. Yeah, because here's the thing about Portland drivers is they never get snow except for like once a year, and when they do, they all go, ah yes, I've got an all-wheel drive Subi, that means I know how to, that means I can drive in the snow at 70 miles an hour, and then they just eat shit and die. So
see, what you've just described
is that
are
also
motherfuckers from Vancouver Island. And from Vancouver. Like, 2 centimeters of snow, and they're like, dear God, shut down the city. What do we do? How? Oh my God, what's going on?
Yeah, that's kind of...
But you go like 2 or 3 hours inland, and everyone's like, I know how to drive in the snow. And I'm like, I've driven down Death Highway in a snowstorm at 2 o'clock in the morning where I couldn't see 2 feet in front of my vehicle.
Said you're such a fucking hillbilly. I've driven down Death Highway in a snowstorm where I couldn't see 2 centimeters in front of my vehicle.
The Coquihalla Highway is so fucking deadly. Like I don't know how to emphasize just how bad it is.
The
Like,
Coca-Cola Highway is just so deadly.
listen here, fucker.
Them city slickers from Vancouver Island don't know how to drive.
They don't. Fucking
I hate.
fucking people from the fucking coast can't drive because they never get any sort of weather that's inclement in any way. Inclement, not inclement. I added an N. And I will correct myself before others choose to. Baroness, I can drive through the snow, but like I don't want to. See, that's fair. That's fair.
Are you just waiting in real time to arrive at the Mun?
I wasn't paying attention.
Uh,
It was warping and then it stopped.
Warp to where that. See where the line changes to like diarrhea, bro. You just. Oh fuck. Oh no, you're good.
This
You're
is-
good. You're
okay.
good-ish. You need to circularize. You need to circularize.
What does that mean?
Circular, like
Create?
hit the button. Hit the button.
Create and execute?
Yes. Create and execute.
The
You warped past where you were supposed to go, and
the jump from like times 50 to times a million is a lot.
well, because you hit it 800 times.
I did not.
I literally watched you hit it 800 times.
Jeb won't let me do it now. Jeb won't let me fast forward time. He's not impressed.
Stop hitting it! You're going to literally miss the fucking orbit.
Oh no, it's telling me to go over here.
Yeah, you don't want to go there. That's how you leave the Mun.
Oh, no one told me. I'm supposed to be learning here. I just kind of pushed the button. And
Yeah, you're fine. You just push the button way too much.
Oh,
Okay.
it's really warm in my room. Oh.
All right, there you go.
Turn on, just turn down. There we go.
Okay.
All right, I am orbiting the cheese.
Okay, and go ahead and now you're gonna want to lower your orbit. To get down into a lower orbit, I would say change your periapsis to like maybe 15 kilometers.
You go get dressed and get some food, Baroness. How do I do that?
In the maneuver planner is the easiest way to do it.
Okay.
Yep. And then just change the
Oh,
maneuver node to
there.
change periapsis.
Oh, there it is.
Yep. And then make it like, I don't know, 15 or something.
15 kilometers?
Yeah, that should probably be fine. And then we want to do it at the next apoapsis because we want to affect the other side, so that's good. And create and execute.
Enjoy food. Tell us what you get. I still haven't picked what I'm gonna get.
I thought you were getting Chinese food.
I am, but there's like 7 Chinese food places in town. I live in buttfuck nowhere, but we have nothing but restaurants. Like restaurants and what's the word I'm looking for? Clothing stores.
See, so you just live in a fucking outlet mall.
It's awful. After 5 o'clock in town, there's nothing to do. You literally just. I hope you're happy sitting at home doing nothing because
Yeah.
that's what you get to do.
I shouldn't be opening that right now, but it's fine.
I think. I don't know. What can I get at the Royal Garden today?
Get some General Tso. General So, whatever.
Zao.
General Tsu.
Taseo.
tea sow? Can I get some
Can I get some
General
them
Tea
General
sow?
T-Sows chicken? Just for saying it like that? No. No, you cannot. Alright, I am now fucking somewhere. I don't know what I'm doing way over here.
Oh, that's good. Now go ahead and circularize at the periapsis.
Circularize at periapsis.
Yep.
Create and execute.
Yep. And then that'll bring you into a nice orbit.
Like it should have done earlier.
Well, that was your fault.
Yeah, I know. I didn't say whose fault it was. I'm just saying like it should have done earlier. Nah, I haven't heard good things about that place. Kiki, Royal, or Golden?
Royal.
Royal. What's on the Royal menu today? Combos for one. Any 4 item. Ooh, any 5 item. Ooh. Oh, I don't have a lot of options on there. What the hell? Oh, okay. I'm doing a lot of like waiting and hoping I don't screw it up, and then waiting.
Yeah, that's the Kerbal Space Program experience, DBH.
All right, we have gotten really close to the mun, and we are circularizing.
I don't need this entire ass thing. Just use that.
Ooh, that barbecue pork looks good. But it's also $25, so I don't know if it looks $25 good.
Of course, it's $25 good.
I don't know. It does look pretty good, and if I get it, I get a free half order of chow mein.
There you go. That's like a $20 value.
What is the regular order of chow mein? Yeah, it's about $15. Oh, I should not be scrolling through. It's gonna make me want to eat more. They got deep fried Oreos. Hey yo!
Oh my god.
Oh, that makes
I like
me
how we
feel
went from chow mein to deep fried Oreos.
I scrolled down to the dessert section. Listen.
Stop looking at the dessert section.
I'm not allowed anything from the dessert section. I shouldn't be having any of this, to be honest, but all I have in my fridge right now is Lyra fridge, or no, Naira fridge. Fucking not Lyra. That's completely different.
Let's go.
Low frames. Low frames. How are you?
Yeah, let's do 100. That seems pretty,
Okay. I am orbiting the moon now. How do I drop these dork asses?
Stand by and I will be able to help you in 1 second.
Ding.
Let me just, why am I being texted? Oh, it's a shit post.
Shit posts? I love shit posts. Hello, Cookie. Welcome to the stream. We're in space. I'm a space cat. Space! I have a space maid.
Hello.
Ooh, lychee black tea with tapioca pearls. Let's go. Alright, stop looking at the menu, hit the button, be done with it. as I don't... As long as I don't keep looking at the menu, I won't buy more food.
It's a lot more agreeable.
Okay, Lud, calm down.
What?
Oh, he was just doing a jig. He was just super happy to be at the moon.
Ah.
I don't know if I have enough fuel to get home.
We'll find out.
Where's the little chart again? You sent it to me. Where did I put it?
Why is this not? Oh, I'm out of electric charge. The moon is in the fucking way. God damn it. My electricity.
Oh, yeah, I should have enough to get back. I only need... You said I can pretty much disregard the big line, the 3,400?
Yeah.
Oh, then I have like 3 times as much as I need for... You don't need to bring them home. Just pray to the patron saint of one-way space flight. Jesus. I mean, I kind of have to bring them home, you know? Because, like... I don't know, because, like... It's my second flight. I feel worse sending a doctor space than I do a goddamn green idiot. Sorry, I'm interacting with your chat.
Amazing. That's fine.
Bullying Tino to come over to my chat as well.
No. I'm
He
giving Tino a satellite, so
he can multi-drift. He can multi-channel drift. Oh, wait, Tissy, you're my pilot. Why are you in the engineer slot?
slots don't matter. They don't mean anything.
But they have effects.
Yeah, but what seat they're in doesn't matter.
Oh, but Bloodlock's not a pilot.
Okay, I'll look at it here in a second. Let me just
Or he shouldn't be.
Let me just circularize this and then switch over to spectate you.
I get a satellite from her. What do I get from you? Can barely hear you. What the fuck? I unfucked my audio, I swear. Maid, this is somehow Tino's fault.
Just always blaming it on Tino.
Yes. Well, Tino, I can give you thick goth girls in thigh highs.
Hi.
That's my final offer. I don't know what to tell you, Cookie. I might have to fuck with my physical might, is what I'm hearing here.
Activate camera. Oh, fuck. Okay, I need to... Oh, God.
Silence Temptress, satellites are eternal, goths and thigh highs are temporary. I'm fine. I will keep my collection of goths and thigh highs to myself then.
Here, Tino. I have given you the gift that only you can appreciate. The ground.
It's the moon. Can you see me on your satellite?
Actually, I could. Hold on, let me,
I'm about to cross over to the...
target.
Oh, I guess we're also out of sync as well.
Catch up to me real quick.
Yeah.
Although I am, let me...
You're doing a different rotation from me.
That's okay, I'll, Actually,
I don't know what to tell you, Cookie. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get my audio unfucked at some point. I'm gonna get somebody to
Here we
help
go.
me with it.
Okay, here we go. Now we can spy on
On the Cat Maid 3.
catch up real quick, would you? Oh, I don't have electricity. Because I'm pointing the wrong way. Oh my god.
Do your solar panels not auto adjust to slurp power?
No, I think this uses power. I just didn't bring enough
Bring off panels.
I didn't. Yeah, I don't know why I thought the panels that came with it would be in whatever. Just pretend it's looking at Zed. All right, let's go look at Zed.
Yeah, I don't know how to transfer them from one thing to another.
Yes.
So.
Well, we'll go through that. All right. So, how you're going to do it? Why are you
Because I clicked on it. Why am I what?
Why are you burning?
I'm not. I'm indeed not doing that. I can indeed
All right.
confirm.
Okay. All right, we're just going to go to monitor view.
Welcome back, Baroness.
All right. So, right click on the docking hatch.
Oh god.
And hit open hatch. And now do the other one. The other half of the docking hatch.
Yeah.
And open
that thing
hatch.
was in the way.
Okay. And now right click on the capsule.
Okay.
And hit transfer crew.
Uh,
It's the one that says transfer crew.
yeah, I got there.
Okay.
Eventually.
And then click the other thing, the
Select
lander.
Part to transfer him to. It is either full or what?
Click it again.
It's either full or internally unreachable.
Okay, hit escape. Oh my god. Okay. Let me take a look at it. Okay, fuck it. We're doing it this way. Okay. EVA.
Okay, right click. No, I just click on them to EVA.
Yes.
Okay. Oh
Okay.
god.
You okay?
No, but let's go.
Okay. Hit R to turn on RCS.
Okay. I just turned it off, I think. Or
Okay.
is he-
Oh, hit space to let go first. Now hit R. Okay.
Okay.
Now go left.
Oof.
Shift to go up. Here you go. And hit B to board. Okay.
Do that 3 times.
2 times. It only carries 2.
Okay, I will send the scientist then. I swear he's a... Shit. I swear, these two are the... She's tagged as engineer, but she wasn't back home.
I don't know what to tell you. I think you might just be wrong.
I disagree.
Well, like I said, you might be wrong. And B to board. There you go. Okay, so now right-click those 2 hatches and close them.
Or kill everybody.
I mean, I think it automatically closes them, but I don't want to find out. Okay, and go ahead and right-click one and hit undock.
Boop.
Okay, and let bracket over to the other one.
Alright.
Okay, and then go ahead and hit the soccer ball to go into docking mode. And go ahead and just turn on RCS and just back away a little bit with control.
Oh,
There you go. That should be plenty. Just so we can maneuver without having to worry about it. And then, remember our beloved land somewhere? I think land somewhere is probably the easiest way to go about this. Unless you want to try doing a landing manually, but it will probably end in death.
I will probably kill them. Yes.
Yeah. So just go landing guidance? No, landing guidance. It's under L for landing guidance. There you go.
Well,
And
they're
just
not alphabetical.
they literally are.
They are, but then it resets again over here and it fucks up my brain. Because I'll be like, okay, huh.
Okay, well just land somewhere.
Pick. And it'll just land me on the moon, right?
Yeah.
It's not gonna like try to fly to fucking.
Oh, hit spacebar. Fuck. Click the soccer ball.
Huh?
Exit the soccer ball. Yeah, now hit space. There we go.
Okay.
We had disabled that engine, so.
Oh, bye. I can't make 3. We're not rotating.
Yeah, it's fine because we're in time warp. Physics isn't on when we time warp.
Okay, right. Whew. Got an egg omelet with cheese. That sounds delicious, Baroness. That sounds delicious. I have nothing but anxiety because we're upside down. Then I look in and we're like, oh, we're in time warp, but then also anxiety. All right.
There you
I
go.
love our little solar panels.
Yeah, they just vibing. Ignore that they're clipping through those RCS tanks.
We explode from that. Oh. Legs. Lemg. Lemg, very important.
Yeah. That was incredibly fucking spicy. Like normally Mech Chip is not that ballsy with it. God damn. All right, and that little gray thing underneath the door. You can right click that. Yeah, that's our ladder.
Chonk, blomp, blomp, blomp. Oh, it's in the ground. Hey, look, it's the cat made 3.
Indeed.
All right.
Yeah, you landed. Now you can have one of them go out and plant a flag and all that. If you right click on them, you have actions you can do, like remove helmet.
Lower the visor. Plant flag. Chomp. Plonk. Yeah.
Oh my god, it used my flag because I launched it. Amazing. Okay. All right, and there you go. That's
Oh, but Bob's just like vibing in here.
Yeah.
I kick him out too.
Yeah.
There we go. Boop.
And then you can use the bracket keys to switch between them and the lander.
Dope. Amazing. All right, when do we start the Moon War?
Why do they not have cat ears? We need to get a cat ears mod.
That's true.
I'm sure there is actually a cat ears mod.
Calm down.
You
fine.
heard about the cat ears.
Look at them. Look at the thought behind those eyes. No, don't. Bob also heard about the cat ears. He debated at that very moment. You know, I could just take my helmet off. Right, Ludlock. Pain.
This is because you type so hard. All right.
I'm pretty sure I actually do have carpal tunnel.
Yeah, that's because you type so hard.
It's because I spend spend freaking 16 of my 24 hours a day typing.
All right. So to meet back up with
I was
the
going to say, how do we?
so I'm going to show you a special trick. Go to your map.
Tama.
Yeah.
It looks like a little bug.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was going for when I put it on the front. I was like, it's like an antenna.
He'd be like, I'm walking.
That is actually the rover version of the lander can, so it's supposed to have wheels and shit.
That's why it looks like it should be vibing.
Yeah. So go ahead and hit M to open your map.
Alright.
And select.
Good morning, Magos Nashoid.
Nashoid. Hello. How are you, my beloved? We're just watching Zed stream via my stream because the multiplayer is having an experience.
Alright, I made a map.
Okay, so you selected the Catmaid as your target?
There it is.
Okay, now go ahead and exit out of the map. And open Ascent Guidance, but don't start yet.
Boop.
Okay, and what was the go back to the map, I'm sorry. What's the altitude of the Catmaid?
15.
15?
About 15 kilometers.
Okay, so set your...
15.7.
Okay, so set your orbital to 15 kilometers. Okay, and see at the bottom where it says launch to rendezvous?
Yes.
Hit that. And then engage autopilot.
Let's see.
And what it's going to do is it's not perfect, but it's going to basically try and line up.
As close as it can.
Yeah, basically what it does is it launches at the right time where it should meet up pretty well with the other ship.
Okay. It didn't launch.
Yep, it's fine. See the timer?
Oh, T minus. Okay. Yeah. I was like, excuse me. You missed it. Whoosh.
There you go. I'm gonna turn on audio. And you can hit at the top the little gear, the little 3 dots next to your vertical speed. Hit those. And hit them again. Once it finishes time warping. There you go.
Legs go slurp.
All right, and look where the...
Why is it sideways? It's sideways because it's gotta meet up with the Catmaid at some point. So it's going.
It should be behind us.
Oh yes, there's the Catmaid. Is there no comment?
It is in orbit. It's in a... Yeah.
We have a station?
Yeah, I put one in.
Oh, neat.
I was gonna make that like if you wanted to do some like docking stuff as a challenge out here. I put that out there.
Whoa. We are alright,
So see that flight engineer that's just been sitting in the way? Actually, never mind. Don't worry about that. Hit M real quick. Okay, so unfortunately, it did not give us a good maneuver. It'd be like that sometimes. So go ahead and open up our rendezvous planner again.
Nope.
Okay. And establish a new orbit at like, I don't know, 50 kilometers or something. Ooh, excuse me. And then go ahead and execute all nodes.
We're burning through fuel a lot.
Yeah, it'll probably be fine.
Fingers crossed. I need to disappear off of my rig for a hot second.
Ooh.
Because I gotta plug in my phone, otherwise I'm not gonna know when my food arrives, and then they're gonna leave, and they're gonna take my food, and I'm gonna be sad.
Expensive.
Although they do need to buzz my door, my apartment, so it'll just go and scare the crap out of me at some point.
Yeah.
But I can't get the food unless, I show them my phone. But if my phone's dead...
Yeah.
All right. We have established our new Urbit.
Yeah. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and intercept the transfer, and we're going to undo all of that altitude we just got. Hit X, hit X, hit X. Hit abort node execution. Hit it.
Why did it do that?
Just delete that maneuver node. Okay, zoom out, see what the damage is. Okay, it's actually not that bad.
Do we want to just loop around to there?
No, because the is going to be in a different spot. Go ahead and hit.
Accepted Pullman transfer.
Okay. Try that and see what happens.
Execute.
You didn't hit execute.
What? I hit remove, didn't I? No, I
Hit execute. There you go.
Oh, I thought I hit execute. I must have hit remove. I must just be dumber than I look. Zoom. Oh, we're gonna do a few loops around the planet, I see.
Okay.
Oh, now for the nerve-wracking part. I don't like this next part. Redocking the ship fucking makes my heart rate just free. I have nothing but panic for it. I took psychic damage from the maid sneeze and just... You sneezed?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I don't remember you sneezing.
Yeah, apparently it gave Tino psychic damage.
When the fuck did you sneeze? What?
I don't know, a couple minutes ago.
What?
Is match velocities at closest approach. Oh, sorry, darling.
Am I that fucking...
Yeah.
damaged that I didn't even notice?
Apparently, yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Jeb's much better at controlling the time warp than me.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but yeah.
Jeb kicked that shit up to 10,000 and had no issues.
Okay.
Where's the cat maid? There it is.
It's down there. So go ahead, and we're going to be controlling from our docking board again. And what we can...
You don't want to do this?
You want me to, and you can watch?
That would be lovely.
Okay, go ahead and hit escape and hit return to Space Center.
Alright.
And I'll pull it up real quick, and... Oops. Okay. Can I have Kerbal? Thank you. Catch up to you.
I am definitely going to have to move this into onto a solid state. That load time was not great. Alright.
Yeah.
And
then
LNP. Oh, no.
Okay. Alright.
I have no idea how to view things.
I would say just watch my Discord stream is probably the easiest way. Alright, so...
Where are you, Discord? There you are.
Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm gonna burn towards it to get closer. And this is what Jeb would be doing. So I hit target plus to go towards the target, and I'm gonna hit RVL minus, that means relative velocity. And then we're gonna time warp until we get closer.
Oh, it does little burns on its own.
It shouldn't.
Oh. I'm going to hope that that was just an issue of the
we're just gonna shut down engine.
All right. Oh,
Alright.
it has been.
No, it hasn't. I think it was just a visual glitch.
It's down to like 900 delta V.
Yeah, that was what it was at. Okay.
It wasn't when I left it.
Oh, well, I don't know what to tell you then.
It had like 12 when I left it.
I don't think it did. I think you're
I'm
mistaken.
pretty sure. Unless it totaled what the lander had.
Yeah, it actually probably did. Yeah.
Okay. So then yeah, no, it had more, but then when the lander disconnected it must have dropped. That makes more sense.
Okay, so we go into docking mode. And then
Right. I sit up. Wow, okay. I have checked my vibe. I'm sitting up straight.
ooh. Didn't realize it was that kind of stream.
I was gonna say no, that's a different stream. We do those on a different website.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe at onlyfans.com/cyberlinks.
I fucking wish.
I wouldn't because I'm poor, but if I had money, I'd get cyberlinks nudes.
Just take all of your Twitch money and give it to me.
All right, so see how I'm just kind of, I usually just keep it overlapped on the crosshairs, and I'm just kind of walking it in.
Yes, Baroness. One day you can oh my god, oh my goddess, I guess it would be. Oh no, it's turning into one of those streams. Okay.
So I'm just kind of letting it drift in.
One day, Baroness, one day.
And
okay, and then you kind of zoomed up after it.
Yeah, depending on how responsive your RCS is. In this case, this doesn't weigh very much because it's basically running on fumes, and yeah, so it's a lot more responsive.
And then you just like poof on my end.
Yeah, and now I'm literally just watching this, making sure it's aligned. Probably gonna slow that down a little bit, and
quite fast.
That'll be fine. I know what I'm doing.
I know.
I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, now you're gonna kill all three of them. Rest in peace, Lud, Bob, and
so
Gisley.
The trick is just, from a distance, get lined up on the crosshairs and then just coast in. And as you get in closer, it's going to adjust a little bit, like that. But you can just chase it back. And there you go.
Oh, neat. And then you just tell it to come home.
Yeah. So what we're going to do for this is we'll just transfer our crew back if it'll let me. I don't know why it wasn't. Fuck off.
Yeah, because it was like, your doors aren't open.
Yeah. Open hatch. Open hatch. Oh, wait. There's a fuel tank in the way, that's why.
What? How?
There's a fuel tank in the way.
Oh, that's
there's a mod called Connected Living Space that's installed, which basically means like you can't walk from here through a fuel tank. Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's not a normal Kerbal thing. I just like having it. So, who is it?
Makes sense. Bob and Lud.
Okay.
Kisley is still in the other one.
Kisley Collins.
Kerman, I believe.
Never mind.
I don't know who that is. I don't.
Which one did I just move?
You just moved.
Hold on. Where are you? Okay, you're in here. Oops.
We gotta move Bob.
Okay. Yeah, you're Bob. You can tell because he's orange because he's one of the original three.
Oh, is that why his spacesuit's different?
Yeah. The Bill, Bob, Jeb, and Valentina all have, by default, have like the special orange suits.
Because they existed back in the...
Valentina actually didn't, but they're the 4 defaults. Everyone else has like procedurally generated names and shit. So, all right. So now we have no need of. That's closed. So now we have no need of this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna slurp out the gas out of it.
Oh yes, there's so much.
Actually, yeah, no, you're right. No, we're not. Fuck that. I'll show you how to do it, just on principle.
Yeah,
So you right click and then you alt right click the other thing you want it to go to, and you just transfer in. And
Okay.
yeah, there's not enough to make it worthwhile, but you know.
I mean, yeah, it's a what? That was what? Four extra meters of delta V.
Not even that, less.
Oh, you have to do each can individually.
Yeah.
It doesn't just do the whole.
That is the one problem with the lander, is because it's a lot of separate fuel tanks. You do have to do that, which is why I'm not going to be bothered, and I'm just going to say, get the fuck out of here.
Sense. If it had like one full fuel can, then I honestly thought that was gonna.
I kind of like I hit it and I was like, wait.
As soon as it started closing, my heart was just like, oh god, is this where it all goes wrong?
That would be pretty fucking funny, but fuck off. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna return back, and I'll show you kind of just doing it without using Maneuver Planner. So, in order to return back to the Kerbin Sphere of Influence, we need to leave the Mun Sphere of Influence, which means we need more speed to escape it. Mm-hmm. So we know it's going to be prograde.
My food is almost here.
Eat.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so we're going to hit that. And I'm just going to close out of this because we don't need any of that right now.
Goodbye, lander. And the lander is just considered
it's
debris, or is it just going to sit there forever?
It's actually going to sit there forever because it's technically controlled still. So it's going to be there forever.
Can we blow it up?
I mean, in theory, if we had a weapons pack, or you wanted to make...
If we made a railgun or something?
Yeah. I mean, you could even just hit it with something, you know? Alright, so we're just going to burn Apoapsis. We're going to gain. And eventually that means we'll have enough speed to leave Mun.
Oh, that was real quick.
So then yeah, it's small, so it doesn't have much sphere of influence. Alright. So now that we've left Mun, we're here in Kerbin. And we know we want to get down, so we need to decrease speed. So we're going to burn retrograde.
I have to go for a hot minute, otherwise they're going to leave with my food. I will be back.
Alright, I will wait for you.
Maid, entertain the crew.
I don't know how to be entertaining, so, how's everyone doing? Having a good time? Entertain me. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. God, this thing was over-engineered, though. Zed really pulled out all the stops for this. I think I might have accidentally lied when I gave her a number on how much delta V she needed. Because this is still like we can put these in. Like, deadass, we don't even need this, like, that's just an obscene amount of gas just left over. God, I mean, you know, if it works, it works. I'm just gonna go ahead and actually, while we're waiting, I'm just gonna burn this down. And we're intercepting. So technically we didn't even, this entire stage we technically didn't even need, so we're just gonna we're just gonna... I mean, I could just decouple this entire thing, you know, but we'll lose this stage just because we don't need the dead weight anymore. And we'll hang on to this guy just in case, but we're probably not going to need it, so... And what we can do, that should be... Oh, we just temporarily re-entered the Moon Sphere of Influence. Mun's influence. No biggie. Okay. Yeah, Mun. Alright, and we'll wait here for Zed to return. For the Zyber links. To return from getting Zyber snacks. And we are landing on the day side, which is nice. So, we'll actually be able to see what we're doing. I think if I turn this on... Oh yeah, there we go. That's where we're going to hit.
Alright, I return.
Welcome back.
I trust that everything has been nothing short of amazing.
Hello.
Amazing.
Interesting. Okay.
We're not allowed to play that game anymore.
Yeah. I mean, you know, a little bit, but...
I mean, yeah, but...
I'm still kind of waiting to play it in earnest until they get rid of Bobby the Clown Man, so...
Yeah, well, given how many people are fighting it at this point, it's kind of worrying that it won't go through.
Yeah. Oh, I see. I've been stretched.
Get stretched.
Stretch me out, we will. So yeah, all I did was I just did another retrograde burn to get our apoapsis down, our periapsis down. So see how this is like way the fuck out, and this is like a very long, skinny orbit.
Yes.
This is going to be very hot.
Oh, because we're doing nothing but zoom.
Yeah, we are extremely zoom right now. So on some of like the things we've done, you wouldn't technically even need a heat shield, but this is going to be pretty spicy, so I just wanted to show you that before I time warped in.
They didn't give me freaking chopsticks.
Oh no, you have to use a fork like a normal person.
No, I have to use my own chopsticks.
You fucking weeb. But yeah, you can see already, we're on like time warp 1 and we're already fucking zooming. Oh fuck, it might actually die.
No.
Oh no, it's fine.
All the time we worked on it.
No, we're good. We're good. It's gonna live.
I have to use my own chopsticks. Very upsetty.
But yeah, that was none of that was time warped.
Oh, what, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Despair. Yeah, you're right, Baroness. It is despair. I'm gonna have a piece of my barbecue pork. Can I interest you in some barbecue pork, darling?
I would love some barbecue pork, but woefully. Oh, we should probably open the chutes.
Make it all the way back, about to touch the water. Boom!
It'll be fine.
Oh, you can move mech jeb? I didn't know you could move mech jeb.
Yeah. I normally have mech jeb living like right here, but lately I've not liked having it there, so I've moved it down here.
Hot damn.
But yeah, we're just gonna come in for a landing.
It would be actually so many levels of hilarious if they land in the water and there was like a chance for them
to die.
A chance for them to just like get eaten by something like a shark
or a kraken.
Yeah, and you're just like, oh cool, they're back.
Yeah, no, that's actually a thing in the game. There is there is a kraken.
Oh my god.
You think I'm joking? Google KSP Kraken.
I do think you're just screwing with me. All right, hold up. Oh, my Twitch. Oh, you no longer claim drops. Terrible.
I'll get wrecked.
That's fine. I haven't used it for claiming drops in ages.
Mm.
KSP Kraken.
It's definitely not something completely different that I'm
Oh, you're an asshole.
Because I knew what would happen is he'd be like, haha, that'd be funny. And then I'd tell you to Google it, and you'd Google it, and you'd see that there's actual results, and you'd be like, oh? And then you'd actually look and be like, oh.
I did. I opened it, and I was like, God damn it. She
Get wrecked.
got me. She bamboozled me.
Get fucking wrecked.
Can't believe I've been bamboozled.
But yeah, that's the what I would call the crash course in Kerbal Space Programming. Yeah. So, we did a space launch. We did some rendezvous, we did docking. We did a transfer to another planet or another moon. And if you want to go and if you want to go to a different planet, that Astrogator plugin can do the same thing too.
Okay.
Yeah. Those you have to watch. Yeah, what usually has to happen there is though you have to wait until like they're aligned. So you're gonna be time warping for like several months. Yeah. I mean, well, max time warp, it doesn't take too long, but
I don't like max time warp.
Let the mechanical Jeb do max time warp.
I have bad luck with max time
One
warp.
one thing I didn't mention, if you look on my screen, you see all the green lines everywhere. Since everything that you did was crewed, you don't have to worry about this. But uncrewed things need to have communications to Kerbin.
When you said crude, my brain was like not sophisticated.
No, like crude, like mans.
Yeah.
So like that's why out here I have like these little relay sets set up.
So yeah, I was gonna ask about those because they're just kind of vibing there.
Yeah, they're just kind of vibing. They just bounce signals off of Kerbin. So if you're on the backside of Mun, you wouldn't get shafted trying to do a landing. I wasn't sure if we were gonna do any of that, so I just put it in there just in case.
Yeah.
But like for example, because we did that, we can actually go to the cheese retriever.
Oh my god.
And
it's still there.
Yeah, it's still there. And when I built it, since I knew I was sending it up uncrewed, I put a drone core on it. So this little guy right here actually lets me pilot it from out here.
Okay.
So
just like the remote control unit in Space Engineers.
I don't know what that is, but it's a remote control. So yes. So if I wanted to be a good steward of planetary orbits and clean this up,
you would throw it into the moon.
Yeah, I just burn retrograde until I run out of gas. I've run out of gas, and
and then he slowly falls to her or to the Mun.
Yeah. So this is a term. This is a highly technical maneuver called lithobraking, where you slow your orbit down.
Enough that it deteriorates.
Well, you slow. So there's aerobraking where you use the atmosphere to slow down. This is lithobraking,
where we use the lift to slow it down.
Yes.
What's the lift?
It's
We'll learn after the explosion.
And there we go. We're slowed down. Lithos, for reference, is like the Greek word for dirt.
I see.
So yeah, we've been a good steward, and we've kept our orbits clean by removing that space debris. And, yeah.
I think a fun little challenge for our next time... Oh, how do I get out of here? Oh, there's the disconnect button. I think a fun little challenge for next time, and I don't know if the community would love to see this or not, would be a progression run?
Yeah, I'd be down. I'll set up a pack for it.
With some sciences and all that fun stuff, because then we have reasons
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, I've
Go
never
to-
actually done a career mode before, other than like dinking around for like 10 minutes and then being like, okay, cool. So that'll actually be fun.
Yeah, because
I know,
I can blow things up and you can make more money and.
yeah, like I know how they work. I just haven't, you know.
No, I was like, but I can blow things up by screwing up, and you can make money to compensate for me screwing up.
Yeah, I'll support your addiction to litho breaking. All
Right.
right. Well, I think
And-
I'm gonna call it for today. If unless you want to do
Yes.
more.
I think that is a good stopping point, but I do believe it is your turn to do this wonderful thing, so I'm going to come raid you.
Oh, what am I doing?
It's your turn to go raid somebody.
Oh, okay. Well, let me turn on face cam, I guess, since we're done playing. All right.
I'm going
Let's
to bring you
open...
all of my viewers, who are probably also your viewers.
Yeah, I was gonna say. All right. Twitch.tv. Let's see who we're gonna actually. I can just turn monitor view on. Is that working? Oh my god, I'm being raided by Cyberlinks. Thank you,
Oh my
Cyberlinks.
goodness. You're so very welcome,
Wow.
darling.
Alright, okay, that's not working. Twitch.tv. Alright, I guess we'll go find a Kerbal streamer.
Might as well. Hey, could hit someone with KSP2.
Yeah, let's see if there's anyone I know.
We're gonna
I don't know who
toggle
any of these
over.
people are.
check for a VTuber.
How do I do that? Oh, there's a lewd tuber. Local femboy goes to no.
Hey, yo! Hold up.
You know
We,
what? Sure. How do I do this?
Copy his name.
Oh, Sweet
And
Cheeks.
actually,
Hold on.
You can.
Let me.
No, not Sweet Cheeks.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Sweet Cheeks is fine, but most people, when they say they're lewd tubers, it's kind of like a hee funny.
Oh,
moment.
this is actually horny. Okay.
Sweet Cheeks makes porn.
Okay. Well, let's see if we have an old Kerbal Space Program.
I love you, Sweet Cheeks. Your content's great, but
Amazing.
You know.
Oh,
And if
here's
you
a
wanna
here's
look
a
up,
here's a weeb tuber.
That's a VTuber, yeah, bet.
We'll go say hi. How do I do this?
Copy their name.
Okay.
That's their stream title.
Okay.
That's their name.
Oh, it's in here, isn't it?
And then yeah, you go to your stream manager and raid channel in the top middle.
Okay. All right. Everyone, go say hi. Bye. Start raid.
And now we wait
Okay.
because people now have to say yes, they would like to go on your raid.
Okay. Cool. All right. Raid now.